Hello, and welcome to Paranormal World Investigators Research Division, shortened PWIRD. I am a practicing White Witch and Shaman, and I have been investigating for over 20 years. This channel is made to talk about all things paranormal, supernatural, of the occult, demonic information, UFOs, and much more of the strange. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell to see more of this channel. And we'll see you very soon. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome to the show. Hope you're all okay. Lots of love, light and blessings. So we'll just let the room get a little bit more full. 2 people in the room so far. Hello. We should be having some guests that are joining up on the panel at some point. I hope that you're all well and having a good day. I hope that your Easter break was lovely as well, guys. So obviously tonight I'm gonna, like I said, we should be having some guests up. We're just gonna talk like paranormal stuff and anything that's strange and unknown. Have a bit of a laugh. Just get together. I think everybody's been having a bit of a rough time at the moment, and they just need a little bit of a place to come down and to chill out. I am planning on doing a musical stream at some point as well, but I thought today that I'd just come on and have a few people come up and we can just talk and have a laugh and talk about paranormal and UFOs and all sorts of stuff. Talk about spirituality, whatever people feel to talk about, guys. And obviously to give a little bit of useful and helpful advice and stuff as well when it comes to being in the paranormal field and being part of a paranormal community such as YouTube. So quite a lot of bits to do tonight. I probably will do some spirit box and stuff as well, guys, just to see how the guys are doing and see what they've got to say. It's been a while since I've been on. I think it was like a week or so ago that I was on, or a few days back. I'm not quite sure. To be honest, like I said, like my headspace hasn't been that great at the moment. I've had a lot of stuff that I've been having to deal with and still have to deal with, but I am trying to slowly come back. It's just taking time. Thank you. Hello, Pacture, my brother. How are you? Hello to the 3 people watching. Lots of love and light. So I guess I may as well just start with like about myself. Anybody that is new and stuff like that, you've probably like seen over the network, like people have probably said a lot of numerous things about me because I've been involved with a lot of people and stuff. And I am somebody that in this community has had a lot of problems because of who I am and because of my beliefs and the things that I do. I've had a lot of negativity as well as good behavior when it comes to the paranormal community. I've very much been somebody that's been targeted and bullied quite a lot in the past and stuff. And believe me, it used to affect me a lot, but I've noticed over the years since being on YouTube, I've almost been on it 8 years now, that you kind of got to let that sort of stuff go over your head. But I still can't help sometimes but notice that some of the people in our community are still having a lot of people giving them trouble and not being very nice. And my advice to you is if you're coming into the paranormal community, if you're coming into a place where people have mixed views and feelings on this topic, you're going to get a lot of different responses. You're going to get those that believe and follow you. You're going to get those that don't believe you. You're going to have some that are friends with you at first and then they move away. You're going to have people that try to come in front of friendships and make friendships not work. It's if you've got that capability to be able to see past that. Now, I'll be the first to admit that in times I've had problems with people that are not actually their problem. It was other people causing that, and we was able to oversee that and come past that and be able to come back together as a community. And that one thing you'll notice about the community of the paranormal and the strange and the unknown, especially on YouTube, Facebook, those sort of platforms and stuff, you're always going to get these people that are trying to do better than you. You're going to always have these people that try to bring you down, try to make you feel bad, try to stop you from being who you're being. And the really important thing to remember in all of this is to continue to be who you are and to work how you want to work. Just being true and being real in what you're doing is really, really important. Now, we all understand that people make mistakes and people do things that they shouldn't do. And sometimes you are entitled to have a second chance. And if people are good enough to be able to do that, that's a really good thing. Now, I've seen people make mistakes. I've seen people do things they shouldn't do in the paranormal field. And I've seen people that you just point blank do not entertain or be around because it is all about misleading or wanting too much of something when they're not really in it for the right reason and stuff like that. The whole point of being in the paranormal field, the whole point of being an investigator or a hunter or any of these sort of names is the fact that you're trying to find that evidence and prove that evidence to your followers, to your family, whatever you like to call them. I call my guys my fam because they are, and they've been with me through a lot of ups and downs. Okay, so and they've proved themselves time and time again. And we do have an amazing network on here and community, but we will be the first to say that we've had our fair share of problems and not so positive outcomes and stuff happen at times. You know, I mean, you've really got to learn to see past that. Now, I was one of these people at first that really felt that I had to protect anybody that I was under and helping, or anybody that was in my community. And I very much still am for my family and protecting them and giving them that support, but in a different way. Before I would argue out and I would go beyond levels to protect people, but it ended up making me very sick. But because of some very wise people, the main person being my pups, I was able to come past that, as well as the spirits helping as well. And I started to open up and to see that the best thing to do is not to respond. If people are going to send you messages, people are going to dox you, put your names out there, put pictures, put things out there, which I've had all of this done. I've been really badly attacked a number of times, physically and emotionally. Just, you've got to learn to see past it. You've got to learn to be able to keep moving forward. Never ever let anybody stand in the way of who you are and what you believe. And there are always really good people that you can find within the community that you can, come and be part of the family of, and that will guide you. What community is really good for that? You've got myself, which Paranormal Word Investigators, or also known as PWI Spiritual Investigators. You've got Drew from Drew's Paranormal Vlog. You've got my pups from Chasing Bones Inspectors. You've got Mystical from Mystical Love and Light. You've got so many different aspects of people in this community, along with people such as Three Souls and West Haven, and just so many different names. There are so many channels and investigators out there that are really good at what they do. They are just some of them. There are so many of them, and a lot of them come into my room, and you will see that there's a lot of them that are on Facebook as well. Like, you just have so many different sorts of people. You've got those that are generally here because they're trying to prove the existence of the paranormal. They're trying to prove the existence of life after death. They're trying to prove the existence of UFOs, of Bigfoot, of all sorts of things. Okay, that's what being in the strange and the unknown community is. about. It's about being involved in many things. Some of us have more of a different level in how we work, such as like myself, when I first came in, it was all the paranormal, and it still very much so is. But due to experiences and things that I've been through, I also seek through the UFO side as well. I do a lot of work in trying to work out things to do with the cryptos and stuff like that. I do find a lot of this stuff really, really interesting. And then you've got people like my pups that's really strictly only really the paranormal side, spirits. He's a shaman. He has done priest work. He's done a lot of different things to do with the spirits, and that is completely all he really works in. Even though he believes in the UFOs, he believes in Bigfoot, he believes in all these sort of things, his line of work is really only the paranormal. Same as Sister Drew. Sister Drew's got a beliefs in the UFO side, and in some ways she looks into that and she tries to understand that, but she is more of the paranormal side as well. You've got Chris from Bold and Bonkers and that, and you've got Dakota and that. They all do all aspects of the paranormal. You've got everything from spirits to UFOs to crypto to all sorts of things. Okay, hello, big hugs to you as well, Tim. They, you know, there are just so many different people. You've got people that are in just the paranormal side. You've got people that are in many aspects, like myself. I'm into quite a few things. My main criteria are the paranormal and the UFOs, but I do look into bits to do with the cryptos and stuff like that as well, guys. Another thing as well about the paranormal, it's not just about finding the spirits and proving that. It's about the history of places as well, which is really important to understand. If you're going to come into a paranormal field, you've got to realize that it's not just about spirits and helping families. It is about the history. It's about the conflicts of that location, the things that have happened, and it's about working with clients and helping clients through paranormal activity, whether that's spirit or that's crypto or it's a UFO incident. There are always going to be people that are seeking your help and your expertise, okay, as they would say. And it's really important to understand that, as well as a lot of it is to do with getting the evidence and proving to people that this exists, and doing educational shows and doing open panels and doing all these things, very important things. It is very important to remember that the paranormal, the strange and the unknown is so much more than that. If you're going to be thinking of coming in to do an investigation, then you've got to think of the time scale and the efforts that have to be put in to be in that. You're going to have all of this work where you're having to research and you're having to study, you're having to talk to clients. When you do investigations, you've got to have plans set out, you've got to do base counts, you've got to charge up your equipment, you've got to protect yourself, you've got to make sure that you've got all the material to make sure that the people, your teams, and the place that you're investigating is going to be safe. You've got to be prepared for things if you've got to get rid of certain energies and things like that. There is so much to being an investigator. Somebody that just goes out and investigates, takes a few pictures and videos, puts it out, they're more to me ghost hunters. Okay, I think there's a difference between ghost hunters and investigators. Okay, investigators are people that are seeking the truth, seeking evidence, going to research, help other people, where within ghost hunters or adventure people, they're more about the thrill of it. And maybe they have aspects that they might do where they help people and stuff like that, but we're all still doing the same thing. And if you are thinking of coming into the paranormal field, then you've got to be aware of all of this, all of the hard work, all of the time going through your footage and all through your EVP recordings and going through all of the information that clients have given you, being able to come up with situations and understanding it before stepping in there. I've been somebody that's investigated houses. I've investigated public places like churches and stuff. I've done woods and forests and stuff. Like, I very much do believe in the really big places you see on TV. I think some of these places are really haunted and are really awesome, and some of them are places that I want to go to. But I'm really somebody that is more about seeking those places that are not really spoke about, or those places that people wouldn't really expect to be haunted. And what you've got to remember with the paranormal field, okay, and with spirits and stuff, spirits are an energy, okay, and energy goes everywhere, and energy is part of everything, okay, and it's no different for the places that they resided in as well. Like when people go on about hauntings, they automatically presume it down to being just spirit and ghost. Yes, there's going to be a spirit or a ghost involved in this, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's all them. There is the information and the things such as the hauntings of a place. Okay, so you've got the, as they would say, the footprints or the handprint of a place, which is where an event, an issue, or something has happened in that place. And because a house, a building, an area is made up of material things, it very much holds that energy. It holds that energy of the past and the present. Okay, so you get a lot of these investigators that want to go to these really big places, and they really ignore the small places when they can be just as active. You've got places that are no longer stand anymore, but you've still got the field, or you've got the ground that it was on. People will ignore things like that, saying, oh, there's not going to be anything there anymore. But what you've got to realize is when there is a haunting, it's not just the haunting of the house or the location, it's the ground and the place that it's on as well. Okay, there are so many aspects to hauntings. Okay, and it doesn't just reside in a house or a building or a spirit. Okay, it's so much more than that. And this is why I'm here, and I'm trying to explain this to you, because I've been noticing a lot of people getting bullied for different reasons, and I'm noticing a lot of people that are getting really fed up with the fact that they're getting targeted for certain ways that they work. The truth and the fact is that in the paranormal field, every individual is different. Every individual works differently. There is no wrong or right way to be an investigator. Just always remember to be true, to be real, and be respectful. That is all you've got to do, and do your research and your studying, so that when you go into doing this, you know what you're doing. Because the paranormal field is a very, very dangerous place to be in if you don't understand it. Okay, there's not always going to be good things that happen. There's always going to be negative things following. Okay, and it's really important that you understand both aspects of that before thinking of going into this and doing research and understanding the difference between certain ghosts, certain spirits, certain hauntings, certain things that you can use to help in those situations. Because let's face it all, anyone that comes into this community and says, I want to be an investigator, but I don't ever want to experience bad or negative energy. Well, I'm really sorry to break this to you, but you are going to experience bad and negative energy. It is just part of it. There is good and there is bad in everything. Okay. So you really do need to have that understanding. That's not me saying to you, that means you've got to learn to be able to exorcism and do this, do that, and go out. You may not have that in you, but always having some sort of awareness of the fact that this does exist, and having a way of knowing how to keep yourself protected enough to get you away from that location. You know, just remember the importance of being an investigator, and remember that when you're going to go into doing this field, there's always going to be people that try to bring you down. There's always going to be people that turn around and tell people that you're not real in that. In my opinion, people should make their decision on a person for their own selves. Okay, you shouldn't take the hearsay of others. Okay, make your own mind up on that. I've had people that have gone up to people and said, oh, don't go over to her channel, she's like this, she's like that, blah blah blah. Luckily some of them didn't listen to what was being said, and they actually came here and realized that I'm actually really educational person, and I'm a very good person. I just have very strong beliefs and passion, and most definitely for my family that come in my room. And sometimes maybe I've overstepped that love by protecting them, but that's just at that time how I felt was right to do. Okay, I come to learn for that mistake. I can be there and be with my family and be who they need me to be a different way, and that's what I do now. But don't retaliate to the hate. Don't take any notice of the hate. Keep being you, keep going. Too many people want to give up on something that they've worked so hard to get or to be, because of just somebody's not so nice conversation with them or something that they're doing to them. And just don't be so quick to give up. Okay, and if you are going to do this community, And if you are going to be part of this community, always be aware of the hard work that you've got to put into it. Be aware that there's always going to be people that are going to try and bring you down. But my motto is if people are coming after you and they're giving you crap for what you're doing, it means you're doing something right. Because why would people waste their time on people that they don't think are that great? There is always going to be a reason to why they're doing that. And it's normally because they do see a potential in you and they don't like that and they don't want you to be better than them. So for that instance, they try to bring you down. They try to make you look bad. You're going to have people that come in your life, say you're the best and you're this, that, and then they're going to fall out of you and tell you that you're not real and tell other people you're not real. I've had it done. I've had it done so many times, guys. When I say that I'm probably one of the worst people on this community that's been attacked, I've been attacked severely for being a nice person and for being always very open. But that's how I'm always going to be, and nobody's going to stop me from being that. Now, I know recently you guys have been sitting patiently and waiting for me to come on. Just please bear in mind that I've got a lot of stuff that's going on in my life at the moment, and I'm a bit on and off. Okay, this doesn't mean that I've forgotten you or I forgot who you are. There is no way I'm going to forget my family and the people that support me every day. And you are some of the reasons to what keeps me going. Okay, guys, no matter what you think. Okay, and today I thought, well, I'm going to come on. I'm going to have this really serious talk at the beginning. Then we're going to get on to doing more fun things like doing some spirit box and having talks and talking all paranormal stuff, getting some of you guys in the room to talk about some of your experiences. You can come up onto the panel. I can only have 6 at a time, so people may have to drop on and off. And if I tell you to mute because somebody's talking, please do that, just out of respect. It's just so that everybody is heard. I've always been a very big aspect in this community, along with other people like Sister Drew, like my pops, which is Danny from Chasing Bones and Spectres. There's a few other people as well. We've always been the parts of the community that has kept people together, kept people believing, keeping people lifted. I know recently I've not been doing that as much. I am trying my best, guys. I'm trying to get back to normal. It's just taking a bit of time. Mourning and losing someone that you love very much takes a while to recover. And believe it or not, even though I'm spiritual and I see spirit every day, it doesn't make it any easier when you lose someone. Okay. And it makes it even harder, in fact, I think, because you know that that's the end in that way, like the end in the way that you're not going to see them physically anymore. You're going to see them in their spirit form and stuff. And it's really hard to get past that. Okay. Even though we know the aspects, we know what happens to them, we know that they're in a better place, it's still really hard to process that sometimes and to come to terms with it. And with me, I've got other people in my family that are passing on as well. They're in the aspects of passing on. Okay, so I'm still waiting for another relative of mine, which is another granddad, to pass away as well. So my head's all over the place. And then obviously you've got my family that they're upset, they're all acting differently and things like that. It's just very up in the air at the moment, and my mental health and stuff hasn't been very good, and I've been very depressed and very down. I'm just finding it very, very difficult to process losing my granddad. And no matter how much I try to move on, sometimes I just seem to get a stop in me for some reason. And that's just because I'm just not quite there yet. Okay, guys, I'm going to have moments where I'm okay. I'm going to have moments where I'm not. Like, it's no different to anybody else that goes through this. The amount of people that I've supported on these networks and these platforms, helping them through such things as losses or people that are ill, or if they've got their own health problems. I've helped a lot of people, and that is the sort of person I am. I'm here to support, to educate, to guide, to be a friend. I'm many things. Okay, I've never put myself here just to be one thing, and I've always been just who I am. Now, not everybody's always agreed with that, and not everybody's always seen my true value for having me in their life, but that's just life, and you have to move on. And holding grudges and having problems, it's too small. Okay, there's too much stuff going on in this world. There's too many bad things going on in this world to be bringing any more hate. I don't like hate. I don't like hurt. I just want to have an easy life. I just want to do what I love, and I want to get back to normal. And I just want to be with my guys like you in this chat, and just get back to who I am and stuff. And I know that my spirits, my extraterrestrial and stuff like that, want the same thing. Thank you, darling, to Tim. There is a lot of negative people, and I'm not doing this to try and kick anything off. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be horrible. I'm not trying to do anything. All I'm saying is just be aware that you're always going to have people that don't like what you're doing. You're always going to have negativity around you, people that are trying to bring you down and stuff. It's just that you've got to be the stronger person and carry on. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We all have issues, and we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on in the mind of these people that do bully us and stuff like that, and they are still human. Okay, so you kind of just have to let it go and let them get on with it, and hopefully in the end they're just going to stop. I know that it's annoying and it can be really, really frustrating when they're like that, especially when you're doing shows and that, and they come in and they're trolling you and things like that. I get it. It's so frustrating. I've been there, but just block them. Don't say anything and just move on. I know you have, and that's why I love all of you guys. And like, I'm not here to say that I'm better than anybody else. I've never seen myself as being any better than anybody else. I've never been somebody that wants to be any better than anyone else. I don't try to be. I'm the first to admit, that I'm different in certain things that I do. And I understand that in everybody. We're all individually different. We all work differently. There is no reason to not be. Okay, so let me just see. I thought this moment I've been in the room, which is why she messaged. Hang on a minute. We all have issues, problems, things in this world that are going on. And I love you too. I love all of you as well, guys. I do. I will always be Sherry, okay? And I will always be that person that you've looked up to and stuff. Just remember that I am only human, as they say, and I have my issues too, and things that I have to deal with. And sometimes I need a little bit of support and a bit of love. It's just one of those things. It's no different to when you guys do. And sometimes you just need a bit of space. You need a bit of headspace. You need to just get yourself back together. And I'm going through that process at the moment. Yes, I'm getting better, but I've still got a long way to go. And it does help when I come on here and I see you guys and I talk to you guys and stuff like that. It does help because it makes me realize that I'm not alone, and that I can get through this and stuff like that. And like I said, I've been seeing people putting posts up about them being bullied and stuff. And I do know how that feels, guys. And I know that it must be frustrating and it must be hurting for you as well, especially if you're putting a lot of work into what you're doing and people are trying to bring that down. But just keep doing what you're doing. In the end, they're going to see that you're strong, that you're not taking notice of them, and they'll get fed up and they'll leave you alone. That's what I did. At first, I would retaliate or I wouldn't go live, and they were winning. Okay. So then I started going live and I started not retaliating. I started just being me. They soon stopped what they did. I put certain measurements together on my channel, got my friend to help me do that, just so that I didn't get the crap, because I have had a lot of it on here just for being a good person and being who I am. But now, like I said, when you're doing something right, people are going to try and bring that down. So when you're being bullied and you've got people coming after you, just know you're doing something right and keep doing it. Okay, don't let them bring you down for that. There is a lot of jealous people. I do very much agree with that, most definitely. And it's hurtful to see it. It is hurtful to see it because you don't expect people to do that and to be that way, but they are, sadly. And it can be difficult, guys. And I know the frustration and I know how difficult it can be, and especially when you're seeing that sort of thing happening and you're doing all this work and you're trying to be this person that you want to be and people are trying to stop you and that. I'm somebody that talks of experience and going through it, and I've come out the other end. Like I said, yeah, going through a bit of a difficult time, going through a really difficult time at the minute, but I am still here and I'm always going to be the one that supports and stuff like that. And just right in the room, Tim, again, just so I can make sure that what I've done is gone on. I have seen you in here a few times, so just ask that what I've done, that you continue to respect the room and look out. Exactly, you are. And I've noticed that from you being in the room and stuff like that. You're a very kind person. That's why I've gave you a blue, because even though you're always part of my family, blue or grey, when you officially get the blue, you have a lot of respect from me, and I have trust in you to make sure that my room stays on check. So congratulations, you've been smurfed, as I say to everybody. Hello, Sister Michelle, darling, you all right? I know you've been bullied, sweetheart. Yeah, I know that. You're very welcome, Tim. I know that you've been through a lot, Sister Michelle. I know that. And I know it's hard, and you are an older lady and that, and it's ridiculous, but you're a strong lady and you've got a strong community behind you. So just don't take any notice of what they're doing. Like I said, just block and remove. Don't even take any notice and things like that. It's not worth it, you know. And just know that I am always here. I am always here. I've always been Sherry. I've always been here for all of you, and I always will be. Like, that will never change. I guess in these last couple of months, I've just been going through a bit of a tough time, and especially this last month or so when I lost my granddad and stuff as well. Things have just been a bit difficult, and Sherry's just been a little bit distant, and she needs to get her head back together. Like, the need of doing the paranormal and stuff like that has been so less at the minute because of the way I've been feeling, and it's really frustrating because I really want to be doing it and I want to get back out there and I want to be enjoying myself and doing things, but I'm just I'm just not up to it at the minute, which is really sad. But I am going to try to continue doing a couple of those streams where I just have my phone running and set certain bits up. I'm going to be trying to get some more paranormal equipment as well, so that I've got new bits. Nothing big and snazzy like SLS cameras or anything like that. I like to keep my investigating basic. I'm the main tool, but I do like to have investigation equipment so that others like yourselves can see what I'm seeing and picking up on as well. So, but I am an old school investigator. I'm just pretty much like cameras, motion sensors, EVPs, K2s, EMFs, spirit boxes, spirit box apps, things like that, Ovlius, REM pods. I don't like the really, really noisy equipment. I like the equipment that does its job and gives just as good evidence. I'm not one of these that believe you need to spend thousands and have the best high standard equipment to get evidence. I know that you can get good evidence through just your normal basic equipment that you buy and things like that. That doesn't mean that you all have to be like that. Some of you may have money and want to get the bigger equipment. By all means, do that, because it is good stuff to use. And there are some really good teams that use that sort of stuff. I'm just not somebody that's in that sort of way. And when I say old school as well, I like to use things like the dowsing rods and pendulums. And I like to use noise, static noises like white noise, pink noise, brown noise, things like that. I like to do experiments where you put glass bowls out with water in it and you put a lid on the top and you do a circle with like different names like spirit, child, adult, things like that, and do it that way. I just like to do things a little bit different. Obviously, when I'm out doing investigations, I don't do the water experiments and stuff like that, but I do still use my pendulums, my dowsing rods, and the other equipment. I'm just a pretty old school investigator. I don't believe that you need to have all these SLS cameras and stuff, even though they pick up some really awesome stuff. There's certain equipment I used to not be very keen on, but over time and meeting some really amazing teams that are part of my fam and seeing how they use it, I've actually come to like that equipment, but it's just not quite my way. And that's what I say about that everybody investigates different. Everybody's got equipment that they like and equipment that they're not so keen on using. We all work completely different. I'm a witch, you've got investigators that are just normal people that maybe are Christian or Muslim, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, you've got people of so many different faiths and religions that are in the paranormal field now, which is not so known in the olden days. There wasn't really investigators about, and if they were, it always was kept hush hush. And then people that did come into investigating would be people that were like Christian or Catholic or things like that. But over time that's expanded, and there's so many walks of people in the paranormal field. You've got witches, you've got wizards, you've got shaman, you've got druids, you've got you've got all sorts, you've got normal religions. Like, there's just so many different walks of people in the community now, and I think that's what makes the paranormal community so amazing, that there are so many different sorts of people in it, and we all work individually different. We all believe in things differently as well. And I'm one of these people. I don't even mind skeptics. I don't mind a skeptic if they're respectful and they're understanding of our work. Some of them may even change and decide that they do believe in it, but I'm not really into the skeptics that come in and bully you and they treat you wrong and that they're rude. You don't need to be like that. If you don't believe in it, don't say anything. You don't have to stay in the room. You don't need to be disrespectful. Everybody's got their belief and what they believe in. See, for me getting into the paranormal was because of my young age. Like, from 5 years old upwards, I've experienced spirits, seen, felt, and things like that. And over time, at first I used to be really afraid of the spirits, but then when I got to a very young age in my life, like around 10 to 12 years old, I started to become more acceptance. I'd lost certain family members that helped me to understand the paranormal and about spirit. And then I become more open to communicating with them. It's not so much that I hear everything they say, because I don't hear everything that they say. That's why I say I'm not a medium. I'm not a medium. I don't like to be classified as a medium. I'm a spiritualist. I'm somebody that sees so many aspects in the paranormal and in the strange and the unknown. And I have so many aspects that I believe in. I don't believe in just one thing. So I'm not a medium. I'm not a physic. I'm a spiritualist. I have the aspects that these people have, but some of them are higher standard in their name. Okay, I'm not like that. I don't fully hear spirit. I more see, feel, and pick up that way. But I will hear certain things that they say and things like that. So everybody's different, as well as being a different investigator. Everybody uses their abilities in different ways as well. Even though I'm quite open, there are little aspects that I know within myself that makes me not a medium or a physic. If I was a medium, I'd be somebody that can hear everything that a spirit says, can see everything that a spirit does. And to me, like, as much as I love mediums, and I've been to mediums myself, they're people that I believe that are inside the box. They're into one thing only, and they only communicate in one way only, where I'm not in a box. I communicate in many, many ways. I communicate through myself. I communicate through tools. I communicate through nature. I communicate through just as much anything I want to communicate through. That's just who I am. And there's a lot of people like that, and we all like to be called different things. Yep, I'll have you guys come up in a little bit after I've done my talk. I'm opening the panel to everybody, so don't worry. So anybody's welcome to come up. So I'll do that in a little while, but I'm just getting all the important stuff out of the way first. But I do believe in that, and I believe that you just have to be yourself. Like, I think if everybody done something the same way, and if everybody was the same in this paranormal field, it'd be a very boring thing to be in. It's really good that there's different characters, different people in the community, and that we all see and act and do things in a different way. And one thing that I've really, really noticed, and I'm not mocking anybody that's got channels that bring down people that faking that. I don't believe in being fake or having fakes in the community. Don't get me wrong, okay? But there are people that sometimes just make a bit of a little mistake and they need a bit of a push in the right direction. And I do believe that sometimes some of these channels that are bringing down fake people do sometimes target the wrong people. They do. And they don't realise that maybe some of these people are not as aware and are trying to find their path, trying to find their way. Some people can be misled. I do believe that there's a lot of that negativity in the community in that way. You know, I do believe that these trying to bring people down and trying to say that they're this and they're that and whatever else, like, I don't think you need that. As I said, 100%, I don't believe in fakes. I don't believe in people pretending to be something in the paranormal or trying to be something that they're not. I don't believe in that. And I understand these channels that they do go after if they are time and time again not giving the real evidence and being disrespectful while doing it and things like that. I get those sort of channels being brought up, but there are some out there that they just need a bit of guidance and stuff. And I really just don't believe in trying to make people's lives hard and difficult. You know, everybody's makes mistakes and do things sometimes that are not good, especially if they don't understand it and they're not quite sure on which way they've got to go or things like that. You know, you guys have known me for a while now. You know that I'm just up straight out with anything I've got to say. Okay, and I'll say it how it is. I'm not scared to say that. Okay, I'm not scared to say that there are people that really don't deserve to be in this community. Okay, and I'll be the first to say that I'll be the first person to stand up for somebody if I don't feel that they're being treated or respected in the right way. I just will do it in a different way now. I'm not somebody that's scared to speak my mind, and I'm not somebody that's scared to say what I think. Okay, I've always been that way, and I've always been brought up to be that way. You never get anywhere in life if you keep your mouth shut when you're not being treated right. Okay, but there's a way on how to do it. Okay, and fighting back and doing what they're doing to you is not the way to do it. Okay, you can do it by being killing them with kindness. Keep being who you're being, not retaliate, doing things like that. You know, like, and anybody that knows me knows this. I've always been an outspoken person. I've always been somebody that's been there. I've had my moments where I've fallen out with fam and I've upset them. I get that. And that's what you got to understand with me, okay, right? I'm a very dedicated person to my fam, and I absolutely adore and love each and every one of you that are in my chat. I have a very big understanding and love for all of you. But one thing I don't like is being disrespected or being mistreated. And I've at times had to step back from people that I've not wanted to step back from, but I've had to make them realize what they're doing. Okay. And as much as it's hurt them, what they don't realize is it hurts me as well, because I don't like staying away from people. There's certain people that come into my chat and are in my chat that have gone through this. Okay. And it's not the fact that I do this because I don't love you or care about you. It's because you've got to understand that when somebody's been there for you and somebody's been a good person to you, okay, don't disrespect them back by going and doing the opposite to them, you know, because good people and people that support you and love you are very hard to come by. Okay. And it's very, very difficult to find very good people in these sort of communities, especially with all of the people that go around and hate and all these big channels. You know, not all of them. Some of the big channels are absolutely awesome, but there are channels out there that don't give you the time of day. If you're a smaller channel, they disrespect you, they don't treat you right, they won't talk to you, they don't think you're worth talking to. You know, they're very negative, they're all money driven, things like that. You will see the difference between a genuine channel that really care about their viewers, their family, really care about what they do, and to those that really don't, and it's all about money and it's all about trying to get out there and be the biggest thing. And that's not what this community should be about. The paranormal and the strange unknown is not about being famous, being rich and being big. You don't want to be like these people on TV. You want to just be yourselves, okay? It's not about money and being big. It's about proving the existence of life after death. It's about proving that other creatures, other things are out there, okay? It's about passion and love. It shouldn't be about anything else. Yes, sometimes we get donations, we get fans that really believe in us and do that. And it's beautiful to do that. And we really do appreciate that. And sometimes we may charge it on things like card readings and that if we're witches like myself. Sometimes, most of the time I do them free, but sometimes I will charge. But that this is a career. This is a job. This is something that we do and we take very seriously. And we don't do these things to get famous. We do these things to get by. We do these things because it's our time, it's our energy in giving you what you need, you know. And I think a lot of people really do get looked at the wrong way. And not every channel on it that gets donations or gets sponsorships and that are really bad channels, guys. They're not. Okay, some of us do deserve that. They do deserve that love and that generosity because they give so much out and they do so much. And the one thing that I have learned and I have always been like is I don't do what I do to get anything. I do what I do because I love it and I respect it and because I want other people to be able to benefit from what I can do. And I'm very much here to prove the existence of different aspects of the paranormal and the strange and the unknown. I'm here to be a guidance to others. I'm here to educate and to learn others. I'm here to do all those things. That's who I was taught and learned to be. That's who I was chosen to be. Okay. But we all have elements and things in what we do where sometimes we'll ask for payment and things like that. Not so much ask, but you know, if people want to donate and that. Like I'm not somebody that comes on and asks people when I'm in a bad situation. I'm not somebody that comes and asks for money. I don't expect money or anything like that. But I do have a PayPal that comes up, and I've had people come up to me recently and go, "Why do you have a PayPal in your room? You're all about money." No, it's not. I very rarely get donations or anything, and that okay. And I'm not bothered that I don't get donations and stuff. You know, if they do, they don't. If they don't, you know, like I'm happy with how I do my work. I do my work because I want to do it. It's not because I want to get paid or I want to be big or I want to do this or I want to do that because I don't. I just want to be me and just continue doing what I love and I like. So, and anyone that knows me knows that I'm that sort of person. I'm not here to give to get back. It's not who I am. I'm not here to bring people down. I'm not here to make people feel uncomfortable. I'm just here to be somebody that they can look up to, somebody that they can confide in when they're not understanding something, somebody that they can talk to when they're going through a tough time or a rough time and things like that, you know. All those things. And sometimes, like I said, we all need a break and we all need that chance to just relieve and relax and to get back to who we are and to try to be the best that we can be as well, guys. And that can be difficult. So I think I got the first part of that like really covered, and I don't know how long. Wow, 48 minutes. That's been a long chat to go on, but I think it needed to be done. I needed to reach out to people and let people know that don't let it get you down if you're being bullied and stuff. Just keep being you and keep going. Okay, you know there are people that are going to love you and believe in what you do. So keep being who you are and just research and learn to be better in what you do. Look over social media, go into different chats, go into different places, get to know people. Don't be so quick to jump in and think that everybody's your best friend. Get to know communities. This community is really good, you know. Yeah, we've had our problems. What community doesn't? But we are about our people and we are about giving the best that we can out to everyone and educating and learning them in the best way that we possibly can as well, you know. That is what we're here to do. We've always been like open books. We're happy to share everything with you to an extent. Obviously certain ritual stuff that we do and things like that we can't share with you. That's just part of life. But I don't mind talking to you about my witch faith and my shaman druid faith, and I don't mind talking to you about the paranormal and about UFOs. I don't mind talking to you about anything. I think that everybody needs to be educated and understand that this world is such a big place and has so many things in it that you don't expect to exist. And it does, you know. We're not the only being in this world, and there are many things out there. And it's people like us that are working to bring that truth and that reality to light, where lots of people have tried to hide it. I hope that you're understanding what I'm going on about, guys. I don't know what it is. I've just had this urge today, like all day. Even though I've been feeling a little bit down and I've been feeling a bit crappy, they have been communicating with me and that, and they've just put all of this stuff into me, and they're like, "You should talk about this to try and like lift people up, make people under." Like just so many different things that oh, you should do a spirit box, and you should do this, and you should do that. They've been on it today, like big time, like. It's like they're trying to get me back into it, but at the same time they're easing me in because they'll let me have like the odd period where I come on and I start streaming, do what I do, and then they'll for days they'll just make it to the point that I don't have the energy to do anything. Like it's like they're easing me back into it because I have been struggling a lot with how I've been feeling and things like that, and that's all I can do to that. Okay, like it can get stressful. It can get really stressful. What I'm going to do is if anybody wants to come and join me up on the panel, they can. I'm just going to send the link out to you guys. It'll be in the chat. As I said, please bear in mind, if I ask you to mute or to be quiet or anything like that, please mute. It's just so that other people can have the chance to talk as well. Hugs Pup. That's my pups. He's just messaged me. Love you. I don't know if you're in the chat or anything like that. But I have put the link in the chat, guys. I am going to delete it in a minute as well because I don't like to keep it in there in case anybody I don't want coming on the panel comes on. But please feel welcome to hit that and join me. I've been looking a bit warped at the minute as well. I feel like I'm looking a bit aged at the minute because where I'm not sleeping properly and stuff. I feel like old age is catching up to me and like nearly 40. I think it's just me being paranoid and stuff like that. But hey, Pops, love you. I did send you a link if you want to join me up here. Coming out your crazed daughter. Sorry, guys. I'm in one of them moods today. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like the spirits of, you know. Oh, right. Hang on a minute. Let me try it again. Hang on. I'll have to bring it. Hang on. Hang on. It's coming. I hope that Pops, that ain't happened to Pops as well, because I did send his in StreamYard. In his messenger, sorry, not in his StreamYard. Let's try again. If it does it again, you may need to refresh your phone, sis. There we go. There's my sis there.
Hey,
hello,
sis.
Darling. You're right. Oh, look, there's my Pops. Let's bring him up as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Pops.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Oh, trying to hang in there, sweetheart. How you doing?
Getting
I
there.
think we're all hanging in there, I think.
I know. Oh, man.
It's been so difficult for me to even just get the motive to do anything at the minute. I've just been so in myself so badly at the minute, and I still am. But today I just really kicked myself up the arse. Aura didn't let me settle either. She made sure that I went live today. She said it's either you go live or I'm going to burn you. So
boy.
I decided to come and go live. Not literally burn me as in set fire to me or anything, guys, before you start worrying like that. But me and Laura have our understanding. If I don't do something and she knows I need to do it, she'll zap me.
Hey,
pretty
Chris.
much.
Mhm.
Pups will know that very well.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be having surgery soon, guys.
Ooh,
Sis, Danny.
I'm sending you lots of blessings and prayers, sis.
Thank you,
Hopefully that
sis.
goes well.
There's 2 hernias in my stomach that have to be removed.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm. Yeah, it
hello,
hurts.
Christine, sis, darling. It's really good to see you. I can actually see you in the chat. That's really
Mhm.
good. That's been really weird because for quite a few months now, every time I had gone live, I couldn't see Christine in my chat. The same as Sister Drew couldn't. It was
Right.
really weird. Same
Yeah.
with Sister Drew's account. Like
Hmm.
she comes on a normal one in there, it
Right.
doesn't show up. Like she's not in my blocked list or anything. So I don't understand why she's not showing.
I don't know. That's weird.
It is
That's
weird.
really
Hello, welcome
crazy.
back, sweet.
hey, Tim. Hey, Pan.
I'm back, neighbour. Game over. Oh, neighbour came over. Sorry, I thought you said game over. I was like, okay,
What
game over.
game?
I do apologise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought that like we'd just talk about anything and everything. It's like really like today I wasn't going to do anything specific because I don't want to set myself up with a way at the minute. Like I said, I might do some spirit boxing a little bit,
Oh, that'd be cool.
see what we get from them that way. So I know that they do like to talk, and especially when pups and people and Drew and that are about, and I
Right.
like, give them a little release because they haven't spoke for a while. But just thought
Yeah.
we'd talk about all sorts of things. So first, I just wanted to get all of that stuff off about the whole people being bullied and how you need to get over that. And I thought I'd give
Yeah,
you
they still are.
an
They're
information
still
story about
bullied.
what I've gone through and how I got over it, giving you a bit of aspect onto why when you're coming into the investigations and stuff like that, what is expected as being an investigator. I mean, it's not all about helping and going through the spirits. It is about helping clients as well, and it's about all sorts of things.
Right.
My pup's here, lovely, lovely, incredible man. Okay,
Mhm.
there is nobody like him. Okay, and I don't care. I'll fight you if you want to argue that. Okay, he is the best. He's
Yes.
been in the paranormal field for a very, very long time. Way
Mhm.
over 50. What is it now? 53, 54 years, pups?
Yeah, around there, around 54, I think. Well,
Yeah,
Wow.
about 54
Congrats.
years, okay. And he's had a lot
That's
of
awesome.
experiences. He's seen a lot of spirits. He's
yeah,
dealt with a lot of different
Mhm.
kinds of spirits and
That's
things
yeah,
like
awesome.
that, and he'll be one that would first tell you that it's not all about just helping the spirits and doing the investigation. It's about helping clients. It's having an understanding about what you're doing. It's how you act with the spirits.
Mhm.
There's just so many aspects to it, as well as going through your footage. That is your
yeah,
most time
Yes.
consuming thing being an investigator, and
Yeah.
understanding that you're always going to get hate. You're always going to get hate. All you got to do is see past that block. Do not retaliate. Just move on and find the communities that do accept you, like
Yeah.
mine, Sister
True.
Drew's, Pups,
Yep.
as I've said to
Mhm.
you already in this video.
prayers
We're
for
pretty good
Christine's
people to
daughter.
listen to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
prayers for your daughter, Christine.
That's true.
Hey,
Mhm.
sweetheart. Hopefully
Mhm.
she's feeling better.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
bless her.
I basically started working full time with the paranormal on March 15th,
Oh, that's cool.
1959?
1969. Yeah.
Oh, 1969. Oh, that's fun. I'm thinking
A long,
Yeah,
59.
that's
he's
good.
been doing it a long, long time, and he's worked with some remarkable people. He has
It's
worked. Hello,
awesome
darling.
time.
You're right. He's
Mm-hmm.
worked with some amazing people, and he's had some amazing experiences. Some pretty cool, some not so nice. But Pups
Yeah.
being as hardcore as he is, just takes it.
Well, I
Maybe you
got
want to talk to them, Pups, and tell them a little few things. There is one where he actually went out of a window, guys.
yeah,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was thrown out of a window.
yeah. I was thrown out of a second story window by a spirit.
Yeah,
There was a couple that um, they wanted power, so they, started doing all kinds of stuff, and well, they got it all right. They both got possessed, and there was some of the pastors and priests were down at their place doing their thing, And the diocese called me and
Mm-hmm.
said I had to get down there because they were losing control of the situation. So I went
Oh
down.
my.
I went down to this. It's an old, if you can picture a 1930s apartment track, like on a whole city block, like
Yeah,
a 1930 era sort of a deal. I opened up the lobby door and it was freezing cold. And I'm like, holy shit. And I put my hand on the banister to go up the stairs, and there was actual frost on the
Oh
banister.
goodness.
And when I got up to the second floor, I didn't have to guess which door it was because that door was covered in frost and it was shaking and it was noisy and the whole hallway was vibrating.
yeah,
Anyway, ended up going in there, and I think it, I think it was one of the first times I seen a person actually levitating off the table. The female, she was about 2 feet off the table.
wow,
Um,
Mm.
and the guy, he sprung up like
That's amazing.
the guy was lying down and he stood up, but he was stiff as a board. Like he just kind of went up to his feet. It was really weird the way he got up onto his feet. He didn't bend his knees or his
yeah.
waist
Like there
or
was no bend or anything. He just come up
just
straight.
came up straight. And
Yeah,
they both looked at me as soon as I came in the door. And I walked around the table, and as I walked around the table, they both made with their hand gestures. They pushed me, but
Wow.
they
What?
were 6, 7 feet away from me. Yet the force was enough that I flew backwards out of the window.
Oof.
Oh,
Are you
and that's
okay?
what I'm, and that's
and
what I'm saying. Like the
well,
paranormal's not a lot. It's not a laughing joke. The
No.
paranormal's not
Nope.
a laughing joke, and it can be very dangerous. And
Mm.
these things that you watch on TV and you laugh at and you think are a joke, these things do actually happen. They
well,
do
Yeah.
actually happen.
Yeah.
well, I was lucky because the right underneath their apartment
Mm-hmm.
was a brand new restaurant. It was called Rusty's, and they
Mm.
had put
Yeah,
up a yawning, right? Well,
yeah,
I came out the window, I landed on the yawning, and it cushioned
Mm.
my fall. Like it slowed down, and the
Mm.
yawning bent a little bit, and then it ripped, and I fell from about 6 feet to the sidewalk.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank God for the yawning, because if the yawning weren't there, it'd have just hit the concrete, and that probably would have been
That would have been game over.
end
I would have
over.
broke my back,
Yeah,
Mm.
you know. So
and
anyway,
it's
I got
dangerous.
I stood up and I wiped off my pants and wiped off my knees, bent over, stretched a little bit, looked back up the window, and the only thing that came out of my mouth, I don't know why, I just kind of looked up and went, "Well, shit."
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, what else can you say, really? What
and
else
Right.
can you really say?
a bunch of
Right.
people on the sidewalk saw it all, and they looked at when I did that. They just kind of laughed, because what are they going to do? I said, "Well, I'll be back later, guys," and I went right back in up the stairs, and then of course the
Mm.
rest of the day went on, and yeah, so
And
it looks.
that's another thing you have to have is persistence. The thing is, right, is if you're going to be an right, I've had it where people have come up to me and gone, I want to be an investigator, but I only want to experience the good. I'm sorry, if you're going to come into the
No, no,
paranormal field, you're never just going to get good. You're going to get bad as well. Like I said, you don't have to be an exorcist or anything like that, but also have some understanding of how to protect yourself and your teams. You need to, because you're never just going to get good spirit. I can guarantee you of that. Okay.
you're
Where
never.
there's good, there is bad. Pups will tell you full hand.
Mhm.
Anywhere that a good spirit is walking, there is a negative one somewhere.
Mhm.
Okay. And you've always got to be aware of that. You
Definitely.
know what I mean? So
Oh
don't
yeah,
don't come in here thinking it's all rainbows and unicorns jumping over the
Mm.
rainbow,
yeah.
because it really isn't.
Mhm.
Rainbows
I
and
know.
uh,
Rainbows and unicorns. I like that
Yeah,
one.
it's not. It's
Mhm.
not
no,
pleasant.
Mhm.
It's not all
No, it's
pleasant,
not like
and you're
that.
going to have horrible experience.
No.
Not even just being attacked, but even picking up on things that the spirits have gone through. You're going to have
oh yeah,
moments where you experience really negative things or really
Mhm.
horrible things, and you've got to be aware of that.
yeah, and they can mess with you weeks after your investigation too. So keep
Yeah,
that, you know.
always protect yourself. And don't sit there and think, oh, because something's not happened, I won't protect myself. Because you could find out, like Pups is saying, weeks later, you've got something going on in your house and
Yeah.
something's affecting you. That they come and they start with you when they want to. For some of them, it can take years to start messing with you.
The ones you got to watch out for mainly are what I call hitchhikers. Now, these spirits, you'll go to a place and it's normally good, normally happy, and everything else. And you don't even notice them because they're very, very sneaky. And what they like to do is they'll follow you home, get into your house, and they'll sit quietly. They won't do anything. They'll just stay there. And then eventually, they decide to make their presence known. But by that time, they've already attached themselves to your house, right? So, I mean, there's those type too that'll do that. So,
Oh boy.
sooner or later, you're going to run into something nasty. It's just the way it is. You think about every time you go out and investigate, you're taking a gamble.
Oh, you are.
You're hoping
like
stuff.
anyone that comes in here,
you're rolling the dice.
Anyone that becomes an investigator needs to be aware of that.
Yeah.
That, like, when I got asked that, when somebody said that to me, I laughed. I said, darling, like, if you want to be an investigator and you just want to see good spirit, it's not going to happen. Like, you're going to come across negative as well. Like, there's both, and
it's all part and
where
parcel.
there's good, there's bad. Where there's bad, there's good.
Yeah, you're going to run into it. Now, the odds of running into a demon are 1,000,000 to 1. I mean,
it does happen though, because I've had it done myself. But it's very rare.
It's very rare, but it does happen.
Yeah.
But you're more likely to run across a really pissed off human spirit that might as well be one,
Yeah.
Human
spirit, twisted soul, them sort of energies.
Yeah.
If you ever get a twisted human, you're screwed. I mean, get help. Don't even try. Just
yeah.
Well, just join your TikTok, sis.
You think I haven't been on it at the moment, sis, but I will when I get some time.
I heard that growl. That growl video.
My partner put that up. That's what I got from the house where I was actually sorting out a demonic spirit.
Oh, wow.
Literally, I've lost what I was saying now. What was we going on about?
Last thing you said was, if you get a twisted spirit, twisted human, go get help.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that a demonic spirit is bad, then you need to meet a twisted soul, okay, or a twisted human, or whatever, right? Because they've got the categories and the irrelevance of a demonic spirit, but they're yet human, okay? So they've got the instinct to change direction, change what they're doing. They're always going to have you on your feet. Pups has had a few run-ins with a twisted soul. I've had, I think, 2 occasions where they are very difficult to get rid of. And I would much prefer to face a demonic than I would face one of them.
Me too. Hands down. No problem. That's because, don't forget, it's still a human spirit. So
yeah,
it is. Yeah,
so you gotta be careful.
Right? It's
a human spirit with got the tendencies of a demonic. It's got certain things that it wants to do, but it will change its directions to do that. Like, it won't stay in one specific way. A demonic has one set mindset, and that is to get you and to end you. Okay, and it will keep at that level. You'll always know what a demonic is trying to do. Where with a twisted human, you don't.
Right. And with demonics, there's a game plan. And
there is always a game plan with demonics,
right? There's a hierarchy, and they got to follow orders,
Yeah, they have a way that they have to be. There's a set way they have to be, where twisted humans don't have a set way to be.
They just do what they want.
Yeah.
Period. No rhyme or reason. They could just change their mind. Like, there's been
I agree.
I've heard of a case. I wasn't part of this case, but a friend of mine was working on a case. And this twisted human was after this family, and then one day, out of the blue, it just stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because there was another family down the street that was worse that he went after instead. just
Oh
changes.
wow, that's not right.
It changes its course. It doesn't stay in one place. Where with a demonic spirit, normally, if a demonic spirit has got somewhere it's got to be, it'll stay there constantly until it gets where it wants to get, which normally ends up with people having to come in exorcism and do all this sort of stuff, which is what I had to do. But with a twisted soul, like Pup's saying, it could be in a house 1 minute doing all of this mayhem, doing all this horrible stuff, and then next minute he's gone, and then he could come back.
Yeah,
He's not got to be invited to get to turn up in your house.
yeah,
Pretty
he'll
much.
come back if he wants to. But
Yeah.
this piece was really weird because for some reason it didn't like this one family, but this other people came to visit, and they were saying, "Oh, it's all bullshit," and very disrespectful to the spirit, right?
Yeah.
The next day, the other family that came over there and caused a bunch of shit. The guy was dragged by his leg off his bed and brought down the stairs, and his head hit every stair on the way down, and it ended up in the living room, right? But the other family, nothing happened, and nothing happened for weeks and weeks.
Ouch.
But that family that went in there and caused up the shit, they were stuck with this thing for I don't know how long. But
yeah, and that's another thing, right? And it's really like you're all going to have your ways and strategies down how you speak to spirit and that, yeah. But just remember to have some respect, yeah. Like I think you're going in there and egging them on and telling them that they're crap and that they're weak and that they're this that. I don't think that's a good attitude to go with. Like if that's how you're going to be, that's up to you. Okay, everybody works differently. Everybody each to their own, yeah. But for me personally, I would never go in there and confront a spirit that I don't know much about. You know what I mean? Because you do not know the effects that they can have on you, the things that they can do to you. Like, yes, we're investigators. Yes, we have understanding of all sorts of spirits. Doesn't mean that we fully know how one works. Okay, so you always got to have that understanding and that mutual respect. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm going in there to work with a good spirit, a bad spirit, or one that's a bit screwed up. Okay, I've got respect for any sort of energy. It's just who I am. Okay, because I know the capability and what they can do to you. Okay, and you don't even have to be doing anything wrong. When I got attacked, I'd done nothing wrong. I was helping a family and a little girl that was 4 years old that was getting constant communication with this negative energy that had a hellhound in with it. This dog was seen by me physically with the red eyes. She'd been feeding it. This demonic spirit was pissed off, and there was other ones that turned up, and this family were being really affected. It took me 6 months of research, getting everything together, having a plan on how I was going to go about this energy, having to have video calls and communication with this family constantly to be able to get an understanding of what this energy was doing and whatever. Okay, then I had to figure out down to the basis of what sort of energy it may have been or where it's come from. And I was able to do that through things I could pick up or I could pick up. At some points, this family weren't completely honest with me about what was going on and the effects that they've been having for longer than they've made out. But Aura picked up on this and put this through me, and I had this out with them, where they admitted and they said about certain things that had happened and stuff like that. But due to that honesty not being there at the beginning, I was attacked. Okay, very badly. Across my neck, I had upside down crosses, and it all turned into a whole collar of just flesh. Okay, I ended up getting blood poisoning after the investigation and getting med of the energy. I ended up getting blood poisoning, and I nearly died. I ended up in hospital. You know, and anybody that sits here and says that demonic, that negative, that evil spirits don't exist, I can tell you,
They do.
yes,
Right.
they do,
Right.
and they are dangerous. And do not cross them unless you know what you're doing. And even then, do it with respect. You know what I mean? Like, don't go in there if you're not aware of how to work with those sort of energies, because they will tread on you.
Well, well, that's like I've been doing this a long time, and I for me anyway, I always go with respect, and but at the same time, I don't back down, but I don't push it either. Like I try to be very respectful with all the spirits, and I try everything I can to do a solution that doesn't make war. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
sometimes there's no choice. You know. But
Yeah, no. And you're going to have moments. You are going to have moments where you really do want to confront a spirit over something that they've done. I've done it myself, but there's just a way to do it. You know, you sitting there calling them pigs and, oh, I'm bending over. If you're that strong, do this, do that. That is not the attitude to have with them. You know, if you're going to talk to the
No,
demonic,
definitely
negative energy
that.
like that, and then get attacked, and then sit online bitching about how you was attacked, that was your own fault for the disrespect you did. Everybody's got ways that they work. Like for me, for instance, I will never like challenge a spirit, but I wouldn't be scared to sit there and go, okay, well, you're supposed to have done this. Could you tell me why? I do confront it, but I do it in a respectful way. That's
Right.
not going to piss it off, and it gives
yeah,
it that
I mean,
opportunity to talk
if you
sort of
want to
thing.
go into a place that's knowingly haunted and knowing that there's evil spirits there, if you're serious on going there, and you want to confront them and cock off to them, here's a suggestion: first, go to a jail and go into the community open room, stand on a table and say, every one of you guys are a snitch and a pussy, and if you survive that beating, that's
Then
Mhm.
go in with a
you're
negative
going
energy.
to get the
That's
shit
what
kicked out of
pretty
you.
much what it's like. You're like
You might as well do
you're
that, right? Because if you get a demonic spirit pissed off, you're not going to get just one beating. It's going to stay with you for years and wear you down and attack your family and your
Oh
friends
no, that's not
and
good.
everything
And that
else.
is what they do. It is what they do. If you go in there and you disrespect them and stuff like that, yeah, they don't forget that, yeah, and they do. 9 times out of 10, they'll follow you and they'll make your life hell for
Yeah.
years and
Just go to
years
the
and
prison.
years. They don't
Just
let
go
it
to the
go.
prison and call everybody a snitch, and
Yeah,
you take the beating, you know, and it's going to be a 1 day beating. You'll probably be in the hospital for 6 or 7 months. But if you do it against demons and stuff, they're going to haunt you for 30 years and
Mhm.
terrorize you and your family and attack you and do shit at their
exactly.
time and at their leisure. You never know when it's going to happen. At least with the bad guys, it's coming right now and you're going to deal with it and it'll be over. But with these things, it never
Yeah,
ends.
you don't know with them.
You know?
Exactly.
And
And
you
you
never
do have to
know
be
the
really
next attack.
careful.
You know, they can attack you 1 day and then 3 weeks later, they'll attack you again. And 6 months later, they'll
Yep.
attack you again. 2 years later, you're
Yep.
driving down the road and your car swerves off the bridge and you go into the river. You're past you guys, but you live. Now you're living with guilt. And then 3 years later, you know, you fall off a swing and die. I mean, who knows what they're going to do, right?
They can do anything to you, okay? Like, and
Oh
that's what
my, that's
like
not
when
good.
these people act like this and they say these sort of things, it really does make my blood boil because I think you really don't know what you're doing, do you? Like, you think that you're this big guy, you're saying this to them, and that they're just going to attack you there and then, and that's going to be it. You think that's the end of it. That ain't the end of it. They don't forget that. You know what I mean? Like, you've come in there and disrespected them. I get that they're negative energies. I get that maybe sometimes they've done really bad things, but at the end of the day, there's still something you don't understand. Okay.
Right.
And don't disrespect them,
And
because
a lot of
don't
times,
expect it's nothing to happen if you're going to be like that. That is your own fault. I've got no sympathy for anyone that talks to them that way and then sits there bitching online going, oh, I got attacked. That arsehole did. I'm like, well, you asked for it.
you asked for it.
Mhm.
Come on, prove,
Definitely, that's their fault.
That's
yeah,
their
prove
fault.
yourself.
That's
It
their
is.
fault for
I'm
doing it.
sorry, but it is.
And the
Be
other
sensible.
thing too, what people forget is if someone come up to me, right, and I'm bad spirits, nasty spirits, we're not even talking demons, just nasty human spirits.
Mhm.
You come and say, you do this right now, you do this right now, you do this, and I'm going to look at you and I'll say, I'll tell you what, I'll do what I do when I do it, and I ain't
Mhm.
dancing.
Exactly.
I'll do what I want when I want, right?
Mhm.
And that day, I won't do a damn thing.
No.
3 weeks later, I'll see you at the bus stop, walk up and punch you in the mouth and keep walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
That's
exactly. And that is
Mhm.
what it's like. Like, people think when you're going to come into communication with these sort of energies, even if it's not demonic, that they say it there and then something's going to happen, and it can't. It doesn't always. It could be weeks down the line, and then something just randomly happens to you. Like, these
it's like
spirits
it
know
depends.
when to hit. They do
Yeah,
it when they want to do it.
and it depends on the spirit too. Like some of them might
Yep.
have a really short fuse and attack you right away, but most of them go, okay, you little shit, you know.
I'll
But
bide my
on
time.
my terms. We're gonna do it on my terms,
Yeah.
not yours. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You want to be a smart ass? You want to challenge me? You're getting me.
You'll
Yeah.
get it. Not today, but
Yeah.
you're on my
That
list.
is what they're
You know?
like.
You're on my
I'm
list.
telling you, I bet half of them stand there laughing at them, thinking, "You fool! You wait till I do tell you and show you I'm here."
Yeah.
Like, they must do. I'm telling
Exactly.
No,
True.
no.
you. You know,
Unbelievable.
I mean that's just my attitude. So can you
Astro,
imagine? Could you
I just heard
imagine?
you speak over pups. Then
I said
What? What
that's
happened?
my attitude. Could you imagine the spirit's attitude?
exactly. I've just heard Astro pups. He just called me a minx.
Yeah, yeah. Astro.
Oh
Why are they calling me a
no.
minx? What you got? Is it because Sherry's getting opinionated? I'm just saying it how it is, Astro.
Yeah,
You learn me well.
he agreed.
No. Be nice, Astro. Be nice to
Astro
Sherry.
loves me. He likes to wind me up. He's my dad.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Noah.
He
You
likes to
think
buy.
that's bad? Astro's done some bad things to me. There was once where he nearly drowned me in the bath, and it weren't on purpose, but because he scared the
Oh
hell out of me
shoot.
because I didn't realise he was there, and I was getting in the bath. I fell in backwards, and I couldn't get my head up out the water, and he's trying to get me out. And then when I come out, he goes, "You nearly had it." Then he goes, "Well, it was good to see you go backwards and your ass up in the air." I was like, "Go away!" Like, he plays games sometimes. Seriously. Yeah.
Oh
And
boy.
Pops knew because Pops
Oh,
messaged me saying, "Oh,
Oh,
you were all
okay.
right." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" Because you got scared from Astro, and then I told him, and Pops was in fucking stitches, like talking. I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I know," because he told me. There's been enough time, enough time when I was on an investigation, and he scared the shit out of me because I was talking to this spirit and trying to help her and everything. And he come up behind me and done this like boo thing, like from behind. And when I turned round, he'd changed the appearance of himself, and I was standing there screaming at him, like literally, he scared the shit out of me. Like, excuse my language, but he did. Seriously, Astro has his moments with me, definitely.
Oh goodness.
But if I ever got into any
Astro.
struggle, any trouble, any problem, he's the first one here. One. Him and my mama.
Mm.
They're both here in a shot. Only they can pick on me.
That's good.
That's their rule. Only they're allowed to pick on me, nobody else. And
I
Pups,
wouldn't, because I'm a
Pups
nice
is allowed
person.
to kick my ass as well. But
Oh,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that to you, Sherry. No.
I know. But there are people that have tried, and believe me, that they know. I have experienced a negative entity, but I wouldn't say it's demonic. To 9 times out of 10, it's not demonic. All these people that come into that do these investigations and go into people's house, oh, you've got a demonic. 9 times out of 10, it really isn't. And those sort of investigators really annoy me when they make out that everything is demonic. Demonic is very rare to come across. And when you do come across them, it's normally in places where there's a lot of negative energy, lots of bad things have happened, or they've been summoned, or it's an area and location that they're known to be at. Apart from that, it's very rare for you to come across a demonic spirit. It's very rare. And when it comes for you, there's always a good reason.
Yeah, I've found that too. For me, most of the time they've been summoned to there, or a big catastrophe's happened and they were the cause of it.
Yeah, the same with me. I've never just seen physically a normal demonic spirit. It's always been that either it was summoned, like the one in the house was summoned. There was three or four of them that were summoned to this house. Okay, so that was one occasion, and another one. I'd gone to a location where there'd been a lot of murder and a lot of bad stuff, and that energy resounded there, and so therefore some demonic spirits became attached to that place. But apart from that,
it's my way of thinking. Okay, this is just my opinion from my experience.
Yeah.
But the real demonics, they don't want to attack one or two people or one little family. They'd rather attack a mall of a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd rather make a statement when they do something.
They're no small talk.
Yeah,
they go for big.
That's
they
not
go
right.
David,
Pick
right?
on the family.
Yeah.
But I have seen cases where a person will go and they'll do something on purpose to piss off a certain one. Now that family becomes a play toy, like a cat toy to them, right?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, the thing will show up at their place and cause a bunch of mayhem and then leave again. But they're just toys to that demon. You could snuff them out in a second if you wanted to, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's why when people say like it's demonic, and I'm like seriously, if it was a demonic, you would know it's a demonic, because that would be making your life hell. You would not be able to do anything. You would not be able to go anywhere. Anything you done that it doesn't like, it would attack you. You would notice changes in your behavior, the way that you act. You would just cut off from the world. That is what demonic spirits end up doing in the end. They make you cut off from reality. It's like being, how do you explain it, Pubs? It's like being stuck in time, isn't it? You're not moving forward. It's
Yeah.
like it's constantly just playing over and over again, and you can't get out of this scenario.
Like a
They
loop.
will literally suck everything out of you.
Exactly.
Everything.
That's exactly what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. People say, "Oh, I was attacked by a dog." Because in my job, I worked a lot. A lot of people, they right away thought that's what it was. I said, "Well, why?" And he says, "Well, I got 3 scratches down my chest. I got 3 across my back." And I said, "And you think that's a demon because you got 3 scratches?" And they said, "Well, yeah." I was like, "No." It seems to me that you pissed off a nasty spirit enough that it reacted and attacked you. I'll give you that 100%. But if a demon took a swipe at you, your head would be rolling down the street.
Exactly. And that's a lot of that is being educated through stupid courses.
If they scratched you, it would be like butcher knives. It wouldn't be fingernails. Okay.
No, it wouldn't be fingernails. It would be butcher knives. It'd be anything that's sharp and that they can get hold of. And like just
off enough. If you actually pissed one off enough that it's going to attack you right there on the spot, you're gone. I mean, your head's rolling down the street, or you got 3 swords in your stomach, or whatever. Like they're not just going to.
They'll do nasty stuff to you, and that.
They're not going to give you 3 little scratches and tell you to have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.
A lot of people get this from though is when they say that the 3 scratches are the mock of the Trinity. Okay, so they automatically assume that's to do with the demonic spirit in it. It's not,
Well, maybe it is, but it's not a demon mock of the Trinity. It's a nasty human spirit mocking.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's very unlikely to be a demonic spirit.
Like, think about it.
They'd rip your inside open if it was a demonic. They'd rip you inside out.
If you were a human, say, right, and you died, and then you realize, oh crap, I live my life shitty and I'm never getting anywhere. I got to be stuck on this planet or go to hell, right?
Yeah.
And now you can't get to a brighter future. You're going to be pissed off. So who are you going to take it out on? You're going to take it out on the Trinity, right? So you're a pissed off human being. Someone comes in there, pisses you off. So you get 3 scratches. It might very well be mocking the Trinity, right?
Thank you, disgusting.
Pissed off with God, right? They're pissed off with Jesus. They're pissed off with the Holy Ghost, right? So it could very well be mocking of the Trinity. 3 scratches doesn't necessarily make it demonic.
No, that's what I'm saying. There is such thing as a mock of the Trinity. There are certain spirits that will react to that, but it being demonic, it's very unlikely. Demonics will rip you apart.
Man, they don't play much. In my experience, okay, I'm not saying 100% for sure, but in my experience, if a demonic attacks you, they throw you out of a 2nd-story window and try to kill you, okay?
Or they try to kill you by blood poisoning you.
Like
they do very nasty things, like because it happened for months with me. Okay, this wasn't something that just happened and then that was it. I got worse over the months. The energy become more and more drawn. I'd become very nostalgic. I didn't know where I was, who I was. I was in a very bad place with this, and then it was affecting. It didn't matter what I was putting on it or what I was trying to do to get rid of it. It wasn't going. Okay, so I had to end up doing this cleansing again and stuff, and it did start to help, but it did. The infection to my neck had already got in my blood system by then. So when I went to the hospital, I had to be on drips and all this other stuff to like help me to get away from it. I was very close to getting septicemia. Okay, and that's what it is. Like, they don't just come and attack you and then that's it. It's over a period of time. Even though I'd had that attacked, it still withdrawed off me. It still used all of my energy, everything that I'd done to get what it wanted, and it made me that sick.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that is the sort of thing that they do. They don't necessarily just come and rip you up straight away. They toy with you. They play with you. They make you think things that are not there. They make you do
Yeah.
things that you shouldn't be doing. Like they do a lot of things, and sometimes it can end up in suicide as
Yeah.
well. Like,
A
they'll
lot of
make you just
times it
kill
does,
yourself.
yeah. A lot of
You know what I
times,
mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially the collectors.
they
Mhm.
drive you crazy, is what they do. They make you think you're going nuts. They
Mm.
make you think that you're not there.
Yeah.
You just start acting randomly weird and things like that. You know, that is how a demonic is. Like, anyone that gets 3 scratches on their body, it's 9 times out of 10 it's not a demonic. Demonic would not waste its time on scratching you. It would pick you
Mm.
up like it did pups, and it'd throw you.
Yeah, you go flying.
Literally.
I mean,
From
I've been thrown through walls. I've been thrown out
hello,
of a window.
MYFL is everywhere. These are new people. Do you know this,
Hey,
pup?
Flock, how you doing?
Hello, nice to meet you. I take it you do know.
There's Flock. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hello, nice to see you
Glad
all.
that's here
Oh,
too.
she's
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of times,
a nice person.
a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of times,
I don't know her.
I've had a lot of not very happy situations on some places that I did, right? But those
I'll
were
send you her channel, Michelle.
Yeah,
After
whenever.
this.
those were the ones, right?
Yeah.
Those
Whenever.
of stuff that either twisted humans or demonics will do is they don't play games. They, you know, unless
Mm.
unless you're a cat toy, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They're
Then they will toy with you, but believe me, you'd know if they're toying with you.
they're
You
toying.
would.
Mhm.
You're certainly gonna know
Mhm.
it's not a human.
You definitely.
Yeah.
There's no way of not knowing. You know.
And like we said to you, you are a human or a twisted soul
Yeah.
by
Well,
far.
somebody asked me one time, "Do you think it's a demon?" And I said, "The fact that you're asking me if I think it is, probably it's not. You know, because if it was, you wouldn't have to ask. You'd know.
Mm.
You know." Uh,
And 9 times out of 10, when people are being attacked by those sort of energies, they won't speak about it because they're scared of what's going to happen to them and stuff like that. So for you to even be sitting there and speaking about them, and that is another thing, because a lot of demonic spirit, when they've got you in their control and that, you can't talk about anything they're doing to you or anything like that, because they'll affect you. They'll do things to you. You'll see that happening in front of your eyes. I've had it with my friend that I helped. Anytime she would try to talk to me about it, it would attack her. It would
yeah,
Mhm.
attack her so badly that she'd start getting nosebleeds, stuff like that. It does not like you talking about it. It
yeah.
will
The
not tell
worst
you
ones,
its name unless you're an investigator or a spiritual person, and there's a
Oh
certain
wow.
way that
That's
you have
not
to
right
ask them to
to
get them
attack.
to answer to you
yeah,
as well. They won't just tell you. You've got to get it out of them. There's certain things you have to do,
yeah. The
and
worst ones for that are in betweens. I found in
yeah,
between.
definitely. In betweens are little fuckers. Excuse my language, but they are.
Yeah,
They are.
they're the worst. Like things like
Mm.
dogmen and skinwalkers and um, all those type. Uh, you know, guru. All of them. Um, they're you know they're you got to be careful when you talk about them because you will grab their attention. You know,
Yeah. You
there are,
give
there
them
are
energy
one.
by doing that, by
The
talking about them.
Wendigo,
You give them
the
energy.
Wendigo's another one. I mean,
Yeah.
when you talk
Mhm.
about it, you don't want to talk down about them. You know,
Definitely not.
you can talk fact about them, and a lot of times they won't do much, right? But if you talk down about them, they're gonna know it, and then you're gonna know that they know. You know, like they're
Exactly.
they're
And
bad.
that's how you can always tell the good investigators from the not so good ones as well, because we know not to cross that line. We know what's going to happen if you act like that. You know, like,
You know, it doesn't happen in every case, but it does happen. So it's something to be aware of.
yeah,
You know, I'm not saying if someone sits there and says, Wendigos, blah 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 blah, that they're gonna be attacked or anything. But the Wendigo will know that you did it, you know, and whether or not it attacks, it's gonna decide. Hang on, I gotta take
Ooh,
this
what was
call.
that?
Yeah, no.
Um,
So like, what we're like really saying is that
mhm,
you know, not necessarily that all the time that they're going to attack you and stuff like, but they can. Okay, and you don't really want to put yourself out there to find out if that's going to be the case or
Definitely
not. Not with
not.
them sort of,
Mm-mm.
not with them sort of energies. Definitely not. Um, you know, anybody that comes into the paranormal field and actually thinks that negative and bad energies don't exist, you're very wrong. They're
exactly.
very much
Oh,
out
they're
there.
around. They're
Definitely
Yeah.
definitely
around.
around.
You know, and you know, any haunting that's going, we're not saying that there aren't people out there that have demonic hauntings. I'm sure that there is, and I know that there has been, but the likelihood is a lot less. Okay, normally it is either a twisted soul, or like Pop said, a very angry spirit, or a very
Mhm,
messed up spirit, somebody that's not quite getting what they want out. I think,
right.
you know, there's so many reasons to why spirits act and
Mm-hmm.
are the way that they are, you know what I mean?
Mhm,
And
mhm,
you can 9 times out of 10 tell the difference between a normal spirit and a spirit that ain't normal. Okay,
right.
so
Mm,
it's really important to know that investigating and being in the paranormal field is an amazing thing to be part of, but it
mhm,
also comes with its risks,
right.
most definitely.
Yeah.
It does. And once you open yourself to this field, and once you accept it, and
Mhm,
once you start investigating, you've got to realize that's what you've done. You've opened that doorway. You've
right.
opened yourself to that, okay? And you've got to be prepared that you're going to have experiences and things, you know. Anybody that comes into the paranormal field, even if you come in and you've never had an experience, you are going to end up having experiences.
Right.
That's a fact, okay? And
Mhm,
just be prepared,
mhm,
because sometimes it just happens from nowhere. You don't even expect it to be happening, and that, you know,
right.
it doesn't happen when you want it
Exactly.
to. And I do agree with what Sister Christine was saying in the room up the chat. Protection and stuff is very, very important in the
Yeah.
investment. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe that anybody should go out
Yes.
without protecting themselves, whether you've got crystals, you're wearing protection necklaces, bracelets, whatever it is. Taking things like sages, salamanto wood, in different incense, all sorts of things. There's a coal. There's so many different things that you need to in aspects to your equipment when you're doing this. You've got to be prepared for everything, not just for good spirit. Okay, you've got to be prepared for everything. It's very important to do that. They always have aspects in there that's going to help you if you come to something that's not so nice, right? And again, I'm not saying demonic. You know, you don't need to be coming to a demonic to get attacked. You can get attacked by a twisted soul, an angry spirit. You
Mhm.
know, even a normal spirit can attack you if it's not in a good right frame of mind or in a good place. Anything can attack you in the paranormal field. So
Right.
always have that on you,
Mhm,
100%.
Yeah.
You do need to educate yourself. A lot of research, a lot of studying, and not just. And I don't mean just by like learning how to use the equipment and that. You need to learn about different sorts of spirits,
mhm,
how different sorts of spirits work, how you can sort that sort of energy out if you come into contact with it. You've got to have research and understanding about how you do investigations, how you speak to the energies, all these sort of things. Yes, you're going to pick things up as you go along. You're going to have your own way that you work, most definitely. But it is really important that you do your research and your studying. There's no point you coming into this sort of field and doing that sort of work if you do not have any understanding for what you're doing. There isn't no point, because you're just going to put yourself at risk and
yeah.
things like that. You do need to have your understanding of it, and watching people that do it, people that have been doing it for years, like myself. It's nearly 25 years for me now. Okay,
Mhm,
and you know, being around people that are educated and know what they're doing and have had experiences, had to deal
Hmm.
with both sides of the paranormal, people like that are really good to pick up on as well. But like I said to you, don't ever try to be like somebody else. Be yourself, but just do it the right way. And education and researching and having an understanding for the paranormal field is a really important thing if you're thinking of going into this. Most definitely. I don't believe you need certification to say that you're able to do that. I don't believe in that at all. But I do believe you need to have knowledge. And if you want to do certification to say that you're done, I'm not against it. Not at all. I just personally don't think that you need to have a piece of paper to say you know what you're doing. Okay, that's just my opinion. But if you feel that you're somebody that does want to do that, then do it by far. But just always remember to be open-minded. And another thing you need to remember when you go out into investigating, don't presume that everything that you're walking into is haunted. Because if you're sitting there before you go and you're believing that that place is really haunted, unless you've seen it and you've seen evidence, always go in there with an open mind, because it will play tricks with your mind. Okay, and you'll think you're seeing things, hearing things, whatever. Always go in there with an open mind. Okay, and know that if it's haunted, you will find out that it's haunted. May not even necessarily be on that day. Okay, you get a lot of these investigators and that go into these locations, and they'll go there and they don't get no experience. Okay, and they're like, oh, there was nothing there, it's not haunted. Well, no, that's not necessarily a fact. Okay, it may be that they didn't want to communicate with you, or they were working you out. They could have very well been around you and doing things, you've just not picked up on that. You know, some spirits are people, most of them. Okay, and they're no different in that world than what they were here. If there's somebody that's quite shy or somebody that's not very good at speaking out, they're not going to do that. You've got to build that trust with them. It is about trust and respect of each other. Okay, the reason I have so much communication and I'm able to communicate the way that I do is because I have a mutual understanding and a respect for the spirit world, whether they're good or the bad. You know, okay, I've always been aware of that, and I respect them as people. I don't see them as ghosts and spirits. I see them as people. Okay, and I see them that as that they have a right to know if they want to communicate or if they want to do something or not. Okay, they have that right to do that. You can't make them do something. They will do it if they want to, you know. And I think you have to have that understanding as well, and just know that not every location that you turn up to is going to act up for you straight away. Okay, you have got to build that trust. You don't know what those energies have been through, and when you're in their home, treat it like you would want your family to be treated, with respect, with love. Nobody wants to be bantered at and told what to do.
No.
You know, they're still people at the end of the day. So
yeah, be nice.
yeah.
It doesn't cost nothing to be nice.
Exactly.
And you get so much more further in the paranormal field if you show mutual understanding and respect for them. You do. And you'll get a lot of them that will protect you and be with you when you go to certain places. They will actually see you as something that they feel to protect. No, I've got a lot of energy around me that does that through just speaking to them, having an understanding for them, not pushing them to do anything. I'm not one of these that go out there and go, well, you have to do this to prove that you're here. I don't believe in that. If they want to, they will. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
There's always another day.
Well, you know, the thing is, too, people don't really stop to think about it. You start investigating, as soon as you open up that door, the spirits know you. Now,
yeah, they do. Yeah.
how you treat them, they're going to spread the word. Just like any community, right? If you go into a community and you act like an ass, everybody's going to say, watch out for this person, he's an ass. Or she's an ass, right?
Stay away.
But if you go in there and you treat them with respect, they say, well, this person treats people with respect. You get a reputation. Just like any
you do. And it is no different over there, is it? They do that.
You know, so keep that in mind too when you're investigating. Your reputation's on the line. And everybody in your team. So, I mean, they might say, well, a couple of team members aren't bad, but two of them are real shit disturbers. But they're not going to differentiate which. If you're in that team, you're garbage, right?
Exactly.
So it's not just your reputation, it's your team's reputation.
Exactly. Like, and that's what the people go wrong. Like, you spoil it for everybody else when you act like that. It's not that they remember that team being like that, and they don't entertain all of you then. You know, and it's not fair. You do need to have that respect and that understanding. And like Sister Christine said as well, you don't know what happened to them and stuff like that. You don't, and you have to have that mutual understanding. And like I said, they are people, and they have the right to make their decision on if they want to speak or not. And it's all about respect and building trust with them. They're not just going. Some of them will be openly happy to come and speak to you, some all straight away, but others may not. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they've experienced. It's with some of them, it takes time to build that relationship, that trust up.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've had that. And
Yeah.
like Pups was saying, they go round and they say when you're a nice person, and I do. I've got so many different energies that communicate with me on a daily basis because of the respect that I've given them, the offerings that I take to them, the fact that I've been always loving and understanding to them, and I've never pushed them to try and be anything that they don't want to be, you know. And it does go a long way having that understanding and that respect in the paranormal field. If you're not going to be respectful and you're not going to have an understanding, then you might as well not do it. It's not for you.
Yeah.
That's just how
And especially if you want to be in it for the long haul, right?
Yeah.
Your
Exactly.
reputation is going to build and build and build one way or the other, right? And if you're trying to be there for the long haul, don't make enemies with the spirits.
It'll be the worst thing in the world to make enemies with spirits.
Yeah,
Why would you want to make enemies with spirits? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm not, like I said in this video at the
Hi, Drew.
a little while back, they don't just want to be treated like that. They want to be treated like they're human. That is what they are. And I'm not one of these that like to push things onto them or make them believe that they're going to be a certain way and things like that. You know, that it's up to them. They build their trust with you just as you do with them. You know, and it does go a long way, guys. And the paranormal, like I said, it's an amazing place to be in, but it's also a place that you always have to have your eyes wide open because there's always going to be something waiting.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen either. Like you can go to a place 5 times and it's beautiful and you have a wonderful time and everything else, but the 6th time you go, guess what? Jack the Reaper's there. He wasn't there the last 5.
Exactly. And I've had it.
You know, I've had that happen where the place has been wonderful all the time. But the asshole that lives down the street wasn't home. He was on vacation. The 6th time I went there, boy, was it ever a trip, you know.
Yeah.
So even if you're going to the same place, always expect it to be like a new place because you never know who's home, right? You never know what spirits happen.
Sister Drew.
What happens.
That's very true.
You know,
it is, and it isn't just being at peace. It's not just being at peace with the spirit world and stuff. Okay, it's being at peace with the surroundings of that world as well. Okay,
right.
It's about this world, about nature. It's about everything is linked. Okay, and the more open and spiritual and loving that you are, the more far that you're going to get. Okay, if you're going to be one of these people that are going to be negative, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to ever get anywhere if you're negative.
Yeah.
You all right, Sister Drew? Are you coming up, darling?
Yeah, come on up.
Maybe you got to put the StreamYard link in again, honey.
I'm not doing very good, but I'm hanging.
I know that I sent it in a messenger, so I don't know if she. Do you want me to send the link again, sis? Here you go. You know, we by far are not saying don't become investigators. Okay,
no,
what we're saying is research, study, and just have respect. That's all you got to have is respect and understanding. Okay, you can do anything else. You've got people you can watch. You've got people you can follow. Like I said, watch your communities. Watch for the ones that are not so good to be with. The ones that are, you know, like I said, like just be you. And don't try to be what anybody else wants you to be.
Baby steps.
Wow.
Say that again.
Don't try baby steps. Don't try to
baby steps. Don't rush it. There is no rushing in the paranormal. You've got to let it come naturally. Okay.
Yeah, baby steps.
Right, definitely. Baby steps. Don't run.
The first 10 times, make sure you do it in the daytime where you can see what's going on and you're not going to fall and break your leg and all that.
That would probably be a bit of advice. I'd probably say start off at daytime to get the feel for it and how it is and things like that. And it's always good to do that once you have been in it for a while anyway. Going around in the daytime, getting a base camp feel, putting out all of your equipment, seeing where it works really well, where it don't, and then maybe one day once you've done it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, 10 times, and you're comfortable with that place, then maybe think about going into doing a night investigation. But if you are just starting out, don't go out on your own. And don't do it if you're not educated. Okay, please make sure that you educate yourself about the spirits, hauntings, ways you can protect yourself. It's really, really important that you do that. It really is, just for your safety, the team's safety, and for them, because sometimes some of the actions and the things that we do, if we don't do it right, can put other energies in danger as well. Okay, so you've got to have a mutual understanding for everything that you're doing, not just for our side, but their side as well. So
yeah, just take it easy, enjoy it.
You will hurt and not you will hurt and not learn anything positive. No, you won't. It's true.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Don't run before you can walk, as they would say. You know, take each little step. Each little step is a positive thing. It's one step closer to being what you want to be. Okay, it's not you being really slow or you're not doing great. It's a level that you need to be at. Most of us here did not rush into the paranormal field. We kind of built ourselves into it. I personally was not given an option on my abilities and stuff like that. I've always been like this, but I still did gradually put myself into the paranormal. I still need to be able to understand it. You know what I mean? So,
well, me too. You know,
nobody is an expert in the paranormal field. I'm sorry. Like, we've got researchers, we've got understandings and stuff like that, but there is no such thing as a professional investigator.
No.
There is no such thing. Okay, we do not know everything. All of us, even pups, after 54 years of being in the paranormal field, will still cross things that he don't quite understand, or he's got to do something a bit different. You know, there's always going to be new things that's coming over to you, and we don't know the full aspect of the paranormal field. We only know parts of what they're showing.
In the grand scheme of things, we don't know squat. But
yeah, exactly. And nobody's a professional. We are just highly educated through experience and learning slowly.
Yeah.
And we have made mistakes. We have made mistakes. We have had things happen. It's how you learn.
I was doing paranormal stuff right off the top, but before I actually did my first case, I had 3 years of shamanism and had to study for 3 years of shamanism and 3 years of nature druid under my belt before I started to actually get the council saying, okay, it's time for you to go work, right? So even myself, I mean, you got to start off somewhere, you know. And with my case, I was fortunate in the sense that I had daily schooling and daily lessons on all the stuff, you know, for the first 3 years before even.
You had a family that was into that, though, but didn't you? So you kind of had that upbringing.
So I mean, it's all about, you know, the way it was, right? So but even still, you gotta go at your own speed and take your time and learn as you go, because just when you think you might know something, they're going to throw a curveball and everything you know doesn't make any sense. So
exactly. No, that's what I say. Like, it's not bad to follow paperwork and to get an examination and to get proof that you've had some sort of like education. It's not bad to do that. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't fully prepare you for the paranormal field. It does not learn you everything. To be able to understand the paranormal field, to be able to learn and understand how it works, you have to experience it.
Yeah. That's it. It's just step by step and you'll get it done.
Yeah.
Is she in the basement?
Everybody makes mistakes.
Is Button in the basement?
Mistakes. Pups has made mistakes. We've all made mistakes.
Oh, yeah, I made lots of them.
Yep.
Honka, come back up here. Stop texting me. Just come back up here. He's upset. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. It has to do with another community, and they called him names, and they called me names. So he's still upset about that. I'm like, come on, you gotta get over it.
Don't listen to them. People are going to hate, darling, okay? And you are the bigger person. Don't take any notice of them. The thing is people that do this and go bullying people just don't have anything better to do in their day,
Yeah,
okay? And that's
just
how you've got to
ignore
look at it. Block, ignore, and
it.
move on.
That's what I had to just do with those people. I had
I
enough
know
with
it's
those people.
upsetting. I know it's stressful. And I know that you've had problems, sis. And I
Hmm.
know that Pat had problems. But
Hmm.
you've got to rise above it. They are just keyboard warriors. They can't do anything to you apart from say a couple of hateful words.
Yeah, they
I've
call
learned
me ugly. They call me
through
all these
recently.
names.
Yeah, I've had it.
Hmm.
I've been told that I'm ugly and I'm this and I'm that. I've
Hmm.
been doxxed. I've had it all done. You just got to learn to
Exactly.
rise above it, as it's going to make you sick.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Pups
I
will
don't
tell you.
already
When
have
I
enough
went through it,
problems, you
I
know?
was in a really bad place. I got in a
Hmm.
really, really bad way. I was
Hmm.
very, very sick. I was
Hmm.
very angry. I had so much rage and whatever in me. Yeah. If it
Hmm.
wasn't for my pups stepping in and going, and spirits stepping in and going, Sherry, you need to calm down. I get what you're going through. It's not right, but
No.
you are the one in control.
Hmm.
Okay. Don't let
Hmm.
them bother you. And I have learned to do that, and I've kept my word to my pups and to the spirit world. Yes, a few times I admit I've come on and I've said a few things, but I have not acted the way I used to. And I didn't act because I was a nasty person. I was acting because I was protecting. Okay.
Yeah.
But through doing it, I made myself sick.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? So I'm sensitive. I have abilities, I have things. And so when people come to me with this and I get overwhelmed and I get overtaken by things, it can make me very poorly.
Right.
Okay. So I have to be careful. And if it wasn't for Pup saying to me, Sherry, like, you need to calm down, you need to do this, you need, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I know as hard as it is to turn your eyes from bullies, it's the only thing you can do. You're never ever going to be against a
Mhm.
bully.
Yeah.
They get off on you getting pissed off.
Yeah.
What they
Yeah, they
don't
do.
like is when you go quiet and you don't entertain them. They end up leaving
Mhm.
you alone because they get fed up and they get bored. That's what you've
Oh
got to
yeah,
do.
they want to just get you on panels so that they can just bring up content to make content. That's how sick these people are. They want you on their panels. They'll do anything. They'll call you names. They'll call you whatever, and they'll do all these crazy things. But I just
Yeah, but I've had that.
ignore
I've
it.
had them put videos of me up. I've had them put pictures up of me. I've had them say really nasty stuff about me, sis. But
Hmm.
you've got.
Hmm.
I've had them put my children up that are in social care
Right.
and protect. You know, what I mean, I've had really
Hmm.
nasty crap done to me, but
Oh,
you've got to learn to rise above it.
Simple
yeah.
as.
Yeah.
Never lower yourself to the level of a moron because they'll beat you with experience.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
They've had more
Hmm.
Because at
experience
the end
being
of
a
the day,
moron.
they're sitting
So
there behind that keyboard laughing at you because you're retaliating. There's no point, okay?
No.
Because you
that's
think
exactly
you
what they want.
retaliating back is going to
Hmm.
hurt their feelings. It's not going to hurt their feelings. That's what they're here to do. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Right. Yeah.
That's exactly what they want. They want your attention. Just
Yeah.
give
They
me
want you up there on the
but you know
panel
the
for
ignore button?
content.
You know the
Yeah.
ignore
And you should
button?
not drop
Yeah.
off of a
Just
panel pack
block
just
and
Okay.
because
get away
they're
from the
making you
channel.
feel
I
uncomfortable.
don't call it an ignore button. I call it Iggy. Okay?
Hmm.
Iggy, yeah,
Ignore button
exactly.
is
Iggy,
Iggy. Iggy
Hmm.
is good. Iggy is wise. You know,
Hmm.
exactly.
Iggy
Iggy
covers
good
up
and
all the
Iggy
bullshit
wise,
and
definitely.
lies. So there you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Pancho, you should not drop off of panels because people are making you feel crappy and that, okay? Nobody's going to do anything to you while you're in here, okay?
Not
Yes,
here.
Iggy is wise. It covers up all the crap and lies.
Hmm. Wonka, I hope you're listening to us.
That's it.
You're listening to
Exactly. So
Sherry.
I tell my friend Shell all the time, ignoring them hurts more because they want your attention. Exactly, and it does. And it really
Hmm.
frustrates them, and in the end they end up leaving you alone. See, when I retaliated all the time, they'd come back 10 times worse each time, yeah. But when I started to ignore them and I didn't start to respond to them, they started to get pissed off and then they started backing off because there was nothing to fight about anymore.
Right.
They see that they weren't getting to me anymore. Like, and that is how you've got to do it. I know it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's hard, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not in control, okay, of your life. You're in control of your life.
Welcome back,
Yes,
Ben.
I was listening.
Hello,
Yeah, I
welcome
was
back.
You were.
listening.
Good.
Yeah.
Just ignore them. Hit the ignore.
Ignore them. Ignore
Ignore it.
birds.
Block,
Ignore Cassandra.
remove, and go
Ignore
forward.
them.
Block, remove, go forward. Iggy,
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're wise.
here's the thing, okay? Let's just break this down real simple, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever going to meet the troll and go have a nice cup of coffee with the troll in a fancy restaurant? No.
Mm-mm.
What the hell do you give a shit
No.
what he thinks?
Birds lives in Seattle, Washington. I live in Bergen County. He lives in Maryland. We're too far away from him.
You're never going to be friends with them anyway, so just hit the ignore button. Who cares what they say?
Exactly.
And one
They're
lives
just,
in Albuquerque, New
they're-
Mexico.
they are keyboard warriors. They've
Mhm.
got no intentions of ever seeing you. You're
Yeah,
never going to
who's
see
shit?
them.
Right.
They're just false threats. Okay,
Yep.
it's just somebody that's got nothing better to do, and they
I
just
gave up all that crap when I was in 7th grade, okay?
Yeah. I thought that's when it ended.
All playground crap. It's stuff that's not even worth retaliating to.
Like I was like 7 years old and I was done with drama. So, I mean,
I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
just hit ignore.
Hmm.
That's it.
Staying true
Block
to
and ignore,
yourself is
simple
key.
as.
You know what is right and stay true to yourself. Exactly. Exactly. Nobody can bring your light down. Only you can bring your light down
Yeah,
if you allow it.
ignore and block.
Yep. I have him blocked on my
Thank you,
phone.
Sherry.
I
You
blocked
know,
him on my phone, Chris. He's
If
down.
if my mother turned around and said something horrible to me, that would bother me, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah,
A
but that's
complete
immediate
stranger who
family.
I'll never
Immediate
meet,
family are there
never
to
have a
affect you and do
conversation with,
that.
never have a cup of coffee with. I don't give a rat's ass what they say.
Right.
Exactly. If it's immediate family and people that are something to you in your life, then yeah. But when it's people that you don't even know and they're just getting off on just being horrible, they're not
No,
worth
we
it.
were
You know,
friends with Birds, Chris. We were friends with Chris,
Yeah.
me and Ponka. We used to
Yes.
talk to him on the phone all the time.
Yeah,
here's
you
the
used to be
thing.
friends with them, but you've learned what they're like.
Here's
Yeah.
You've learned what they're about.
Yeah. I
here's the way,
blocked him on my phone. I'm done.
the way I look at it is, look it. I've just wasted 5 seconds of my life reading your stupid comment and then had to hit block.
And hearing it. And not just typing it, hearing it.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
5 seconds reading the crap that person read. I had to hit the block and ignore button. I am not going to waste one more second of my life.
Right.
Simple.
And that's all you got to do. Hit the block and ignore. They're nothing in your life. You don't even know them. Okay,
No.
you got to know them on a panel.
I ain't
They were
wasting one
friends.
more second.
We've
I
all
read the
had
comment.
people
Good enough.
that we've
Moving
loved
on.
and respected in this community. We've all had people that we've looked at as family and we've loved and respected in this community. And we've all had
This is
people
my
that do us
this is
wrong.
my family right
You've
here.
just got to move on. You've
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
to move on.
Yeah, I don't care.
Mm-mm.
Waste their time.
You guys are my family now, not them.
No,
Exactly.
we should stay far away from Cassandra, Birds, and
No,
enough.
hey, no
Yeah.
names. No names. No,
No,
Oh.
don't say names on my panel because I don't
no
want any
names.
Good.
stuff now.
Okay. Let's stay away from them.
This is my
Just
family
stay
right
away
here.
and don't even mention them anymore.
This is my family right here.
Exactly. You've got your family here. You don't need to mention them anymore. They don't exist. Okay.
Nope.
No names. Ever.
Mm-mm.
No names.
That is my golden rule. You never speak names of people you're upset with because
Definitely not.
for
Mm-mm.
That
one,
causes drama.
they're not here to defend themselves, and for number two, you're pissed at them for speaking about you. So why are you returning the favor?
Exactly.
Treat others the way you wish to be treated. If you got nothing nice to say about someone, shut the hell up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
talk nice about someone else instead because that spreads positivity, love, and friendship, right?
Mhm.
So say I'm mad at so and so. I'm gonna
Exactly. You're
say
right, Danny.
glad that I got Pup in my life because Pup is always there for me. I'm also happy I got Buttons in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna forget that person completely and think of something positive like my Pup and my Buttons, right?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
Mhm.
Right.
Right? Just like block, ignore, and then think of people you love and who love you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. The people that are there for you.
How can you not be in a good mood then?
Exactly.
Think about the people that care about you. How can you not be in a good mood?
And now you
Exactly.
guys too.
You've got this community. What have you not got to be happy about?
You know,
Exactly.
simple as.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely. Never
You know
ever,
what the problem is? It's because
never
they
ever,
don't.
ever use names. I
You
don't
know what
even
the
like
problem is,
that.
though, sis? It's because they always do panels every day, every day, every day, every day.
Don't
And
watch.
Ponka wants to go on a panel every day, every day, every day.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing, okay? Here's something to consider, okay? If you don't like someone's channel or like their panels, don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You got control. You don't have to watch it.
No,
Number
but Ponka wants to go on the panel. He
number two,
wants to have all these friends.
number
It's
two,
not possible in this community.
if you go on a
So,
panel, and they treat you bad, don't go on that panel again. Just go
yeah.
where you're
Nope.
welcome, you know?
Yeah, just ignore them.
It's up
Like
to you.
I get you want to meet new people, and I get that you want to be friends with lots of people. I get that, but you've got to be careful because not everybody's out there to be your friend. Okay, you will know the difference between people that are loyal to you and care and people that don't. Like Pup said, if you go on a panel and they start bitching at you or saying nasty stuff about you, know they're
He's
not
Yeah.
the sort of people to hang around with.
Yeah. Just say
You move
I'm
yourself away.
sorry, but you're not. You know, when you're on the panel, they start shit like that. Just say, I'm sorry, but you're not my type of people. Good luck and have a nice future and leave.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then block them. You know, just block them. And that's it. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to give them any credit. Nothing. Zero. Zip.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you got to be smart with what you do, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's true as well. What Sister Drew said.
It's not that hard. Right?
Yeah.
Don't go where you don't like what they're doing. Simple.
Exactly.
If you go somewhere and you don't like the way they treat you, don't go back. It's that easy.
Yeah, and it is that simple. It's not like you've got to be in there, is it? And it's like Sister Drew said, Puncture, my gran told me years ago, not everyone is going to like you, but they're the ones that do is your friends. They are. Exactly. There is nobody in this world that's going to have everybody like them. We're all going to have people that don't like us, people that want to go against us, whatever, you know, but it's life.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
You're stronger. You're better. So
yeah, Easter eggs for Zach. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine said, there's always going to be trolls. Yeah, there is always going to be trolls. I'm sorry, but if you're coming on YouTube, there's always going to be people that try to hate on you. But like I said to you, if you're being hated on and you're being targeted, it's because you're doing something right.
Right. Okay.
So strive on that. Don't retaliate to it. Strive on it. Keep being successful. Keep being who you're being. That's it. That's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah. Well, I've always said, get off the pot or shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Shit or get off the pot, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So if you don't like what they're doing, get off the pot and walk away. You know?
Exactly.
And like Christine said as well, like
yeah.
I would rather have one true positive caring friend than 1,000 fake, 100 fake ones.
Fake ones. Yeah.
But it's not about the number; it's about the loyalty and things.
Definitely.
You feel better now that I let it out for you.
Yeah.
Don't let it get to you.
Yes.
Don't let it get to you. You're stronger than that.
Yeah, forget about that BS. That's all.
I've dealt with this crap for too many years. I'm not dealing with that anymore. That's why I block them. Block them.
Ignore. That's the magic. That's the magic right there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a magician?
Go in and watch them. No.
You want to be a magician? You can make people disappear. Block, ignore. Boom. Now you're a magician.
Exactly. You've got the power. You have the magic. You have the power.
You got the magic. Block and ignore. Simple.
Yep.
Exactly.
Shall we put some spirit box on and see what the spirits have got?
Oh, definitely. I love that.
Sure.
I'm sure they'll have a few little bits of advice to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sherry and Michelle and Danny
and
the people in the chat.
Right, Ponka, you'll be right.
I love you guys.
I love you
We
too.
love you
Love
too.
you
You got a
too,
good,
Parker.
Right,
you got
for
a
a
good
minute,
heart.
you're going to hear my phone going off with loads and loads of notifications because it's been turned off all day. So I'm going to mute myself for a minute, and then we'll put the portal one. The portal one's a really good one. I like using that.
Great.
So I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Parker, don't cry.
And you know what my elder would say? My elder would say you're golden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would say you have a golden heart,
Right.
right? Don't let other people tarnish it,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You do. You got a good heart, so don't let other
Thank
people
you.
tarnish it. Even though, just be happy with who you are and move about. That's it.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm overweight. Oh, that's
Are
what you
you
got on me.
crying, Puncture?
Because they hurt him really bad.
I
They
know
hurt
that they
him
have, but
really.
don't let them hurt you. Don't let
Well,
them.
don't
You're
let no one
stronger than
tarnish your heart. You got a
Mm-hmm.
good heart. Just focus on that.
Open it.
That's the main thing. And that's why you hurt, because you got a golden heart, right? But hey, they're not important people.
No more crying.
Don't let anyone tarnish
Let's
your
do
heart.
the spirit box. Let's have fun.
Oh yeah, as soon as she gets through all the beep 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 beeps.
Yeah. Let's have fun, Ponka. Ponka.
I'm
No
trying
more
to cheer
crying.
myself up.
Well, you got your friends right here.
Yeah.
You better pull up your pants.
No, I'm just trying to cheer myself up. Not cry anymore. I've been going through a
Don't let
lot
them get to
lately.
you. I know, and your aunt just passed away.
Yes.
Your aunt passing away wasn't help.
I
You gotta
know.
be stronger.
Times are tough, sweetheart, but
Mm-hmm.
just know you're not on your own. Okay.
When the
No.
times get tough, the tough go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right. Right.
This is a safe community. Like we've had our problems. Don't get me wrong. We've had hate and things like that, but we are a good community, and
Mhm.
we're a very strong community, and we stand together, and that's what more communities need to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And things, like there's too much hate in that, and there's too much of that in this world already. We don't need it here as well. So
Nope.
we need to just be
No.
positive
Mhm.
and think, there's a lot of us suffering for different reasons, and we all need to hold together and get each other through it. That is what family are supposed to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do a quick prayer to the spirits first, because I don't like to start anything up without doing any protection. So, our Father,
Yep.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. I call
Amen.
upon you, our Father, our Lord Jesus, and I call upon you, our mothers, Mother Earth and Mother Nature. I call upon you, our four colours and four directions, and our spirit guides. And I ask that you be with us in this communication, and that you allow only good and positive energy to come through and communicate with us. I open this communication circle and ask that only good spirit come forth. I do not give any permission or invite any negative or evil, for we are in the power of our Lord Jesus Christ, and we are in the powers of our mothers, Mother Earth and Mother Nature. Amen. See ya, see ya.
Amen.
Yes, yeah.
So
Amen.
Amen.
right. So
I was praying
spirits.
with you,
I'm just going to
Sherry.
get. What did you say, P?
What, Ponka?
I was praying with you. I
So
was
was
praying
I.
with her,
Mm-hmm.
so we can have.
I've got some
Yeah.
sweets here, guys, and we've got some drink. So if you want to help yourself,
For all
you
good
can.
spirits.
But look, I've got a couple of chocolate bits here as well. Come and help yourselves. They always like Sherry,
Oh.
because I always give her lots of chocolate things. Right. So we're going to put the portal on and let's see what they've got to say to us.
They say chocolate is as good as shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate is almost as good as I won't say it because Pup's ears will blow off.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Right, here we go. Spirits, please come forth to us. We're here to talk to you. There's myself, Sherry. We've got Panja, we've got Michelle, and we've got Pups, which you know, the one that you always call the king. Then you've got Drew, and you've got Christine and other people in the room. Please come forward.
Please talk to us, spirits.
Who is this? It's Sherry. Hello.
Hello, spirits. How
Am
are
I in
you?
the room? Yes, you are. You're in the room
Mhm.
on YouTube.
Hello, spirits.
Yeah. Hi, spirits.
Hello,
They're saying
spirit.
hello to the spirits. Can you say hello?
Who's with us?
No, I know you know, but I'm asking you to say hello to them. This is the portal. I think it is the new one. Yeah. Project Unity. Can we go to the ocean? Why do you want to go to the ocean for? You should invite us down there as a fam. Okay. Where do you want to go? To the light? Is there some spirits that need help? Are you on a phone? Yes, I am. I've got you on a phone. Yes. That's nothing new.
I heard that too.
Oh my god.
Can you say any
That's
of the
kind
guys
of
that are on
funny.
the panel? What's their names? Dobby? I don't think Dobby's in it.
Aw.
No.
Oh no, it's Drew. Did you hear that? Oh no, it's Drew.
Oh no, it's true.
There's Pups. Oh no.
I heard that too.
Hello, Drew. Someone said.
Aw.
The Lord speaks.
Oh, sugar.
You're on
I
about
see.
Pups. Come on, you said that he's the king. Now you're calling him the Lord.
Oh.
I'm scared. Why are you scared? Of me? Why are you scared of me?
Oh my god. You're scared of me.
Oh, great.
No.
Really?
Am I
Wow.
hot-headed, am I? Well, only when I have to be. I feel
Don't be
like
scared of Sherry. She's not going to hurt you. Spirits.
we love you. I know you love me. I love you too.
Spirits, why are you always tattletelling on me?
Did you just say White Wolf? Yeah, White Wolf's there. He's there. You know he is. He's crazy.
I'm going to mute for a minute. I got to crack up.
Did you hear that? He said Patcha. Did you hear that? That said Patcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
That could have been your aunt if it was female.
Was it a male? Or no, female? I'm sorry. Why did I say that?
Female?
Call into Patcha.
Who's calling out my name? Can you please tell me?
Are you scared of me because I'm a witch? It's my boo boo. Who called you boo boo, Patcha?
Conga.
No, I have nobody that calls me that. I don't know who that is.
It said Sherry in the cemetery. Oh wow.
You have a spirit that likes you.
Okay. Spirits,
Oh,
why
wow.
are you tattletelling on me?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness.
The older wolf speaks. The older wolf speaks.
Elder Wolf speaks, that's
Mhm.
right. Well, you know what they're on about is I got my documents from home.
You got a certificate?
Oh, look. Proclamation spirits.
Say, I got my documents, so when I go to, I can
Hey,
put
no
on my
swearing. Why did you just say the SHIT word? What are you trying to say that for?
Oh, no.
Mhm.
because they tattletaled on me. That's why.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
I got
It's
my
got the age
No
papers.
for it.
swearing,
It's got the age
spirits.
that
No, no,
old
no.
devil
We're not
was.
gonna have that.
I got my papers in, and they already teletilling on me. See?
Spirits, you're very talkative. Where are you getting your energy? That's what Drew asked. We got some of it off of you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Crazy. Who's crazy? Well, you, of course. Thanks very much.
Did I just hear Michelle?
You're crazy. We've
Did
got
I
the
just hear
crazy.
Michelle's name?
You want me to kiss a tree?
Oh goodness.
Get your energy? Why can't I just hug a tree? I don't want to really kiss it. I might get wood in my mouth or something. That sounds wrong, spirits. Now behave.
Exactly.
Turn it
Did I
off and
just hear
on.
Michelle's name, Sherry?
You're filthy. Well, you're the one that turned around and said about me having wood in my mouth. So
Oh no. Michelle, I think I just heard your name.
Did you? I just had to text Danny because he's
Yeah.
calling me. I'm like trying to get him. Look at my text.
Michelle, your phone.
Oh.
What are you saying about Michelle's phone for? You're telling her to leave her phone alone. Stop it. Leave it alone. He's laughing. Hey, look, that one sounded like Pups when he was laughing then. You got a copycat here or something?
Are you using my laugh today?
Danny? Who's that calling my pups? Rachel?
Oh, hey, Rachel.
Oh boy.
Rachel. Can you tell us your names? Drew's asking for you to tell us your names. We're going to listen. Well, I hope so.
Oh goodness.
Just say that Sister Drew has a nice ass. Spirit.
Oh my gosh. That is not nice, spirits. That is not nice. That's
Well, it
being
makes
naughty.
It's not. She's horn. What does that mean?
Rachel's mystical.
You're attractive. Thank you. I'm attractive but deadly.
What paranormal
Deadly, yeah.
today? So far we've learned that Pop is crazy and Drew has a nice
Drew's
ass.
got a nice ass. Pups has suddenly become from the king to the Lord. The Lord spoke. They turned around and said when he started speaking.
That's because they're tattletale.
Telling Michelle to get off the phone.
You want me off the phone?
Yeah, they told you to get off the phone. They go, Michelle, get off the phone.
Yeah, they said that.
No. No.
They said you were doing something with your... I told you, they're
Is there
tattletale.
anything you want to say to Pups?
I don't believe you're saying that.
I know it's funny.
Make a tape. Is he going? Is he going where? To the well? What are they on about, Pups? They said, is he going to the well? Get video.
Oh, okay.
Two monks.
Eh?
2 monks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a place I want to investigate where a couple of mountains.
Saying help.
There's a place I want to investigate where 2 monks were killed. They were thrown down a well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, he was going help. Could hear him.
Oh, that's not right.
See, you guys are always tattletale. How come?
We're
Don't
down
worry,
here.
okay.
We know that you're down there. Pups has just said that you was killed and put down the well. You're saying we're down here. Are you
Huh.
wanting help?
What?
Yeah. The woods. What woods? The woods out in
Out in the woods,
hill.
yeah. Yeah.
He's not human. Who's not human?
No, Astro's not human.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That's who he was talking about. Okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering what.
He's found the old well. Yeah, he says that he knows the well that you're on about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know the well. We'll go investigate it. We're down in the woods.
They
Where
need
is
help.
it?
Yeah, he knows that they need help. He knows that.
You're talking about the well where the monks were tossed in the woods.
Mhm.
Ouch.
Say that again, spirits. You're scared. Why are you scared? Strangement.
Wow.
You got to roll the metal. Why you got to
Yeah,
roll the
he'll be
metal?
fine.
Mhm.
Where do you live? Where are you situated? He knows it. You can see.
Someone just said, I see your dad there.
Did you just say you see your dad? Are you saying Pops' dad?
No, they're saying they see your dad. They see me sitting there.
I see Danny.
So you see my Pops that's on the panel? Is that what you're saying? Can you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad over there. Yeah, he is over there.
I heard
Yeah,
Danny as well.
he's very young.
Yeah.
I like him. Is that lady that always came on the phone that's got a crush on my Pops? So you back on my phone again?
Oh gosh. Hey Michelle, is it like really cold in
Elsa.
your room now?
Her name's
Because it's
Elsa.
cold over here.
No.
He's perfect. Hot Pups. Oh my
It got
God.
really cold in over here.
Good app.
Too much information. You're talking about my dad here.
Sorry about that.
Help.
All of a sudden it got really cold over
I can
here
see
in
him.
my
I know
room.
you can see him. You need to steady your actions. He's a fine man. He's been basketball. You see him doing press downs. Pups, what are you doing?
I ain't do nothing.
Mhm.
Are you going on about him exercising and that? You're not been exercising. You see him the other night. What do you mean you see him the other night? You must not be stalking my pups.
If you are stalking me,
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I hope not for her sake. Well, yeah, because you know what Sherry's like, don't you? Yeah,
It's cute.
don't mind me, guys. We always have
Yeah.
this. Whenever me and Pups are on together, the spirits go nuts. He's anything.
apparently,
I'm starting to feel better. Thank you, guys. I
Blowing
appreciate it.
kisses. Are you blowing
Woo!
kisses at him? Are you saying?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Mhm.
He asked me. He asked me what? I'm not even repeating that either.
Nope.
Scrummy.
Is
Okay.
there a cake there? Ask the same sister, sis. Sis,
That's what I heard. I think I heard.
you heard any cake?
Is he
Yeah.
stripping? No,
That's
he's
what.
not stripping. He's sitting
Oh.
there.
Mhm.
Oh my God! They're being naughty.
She only wishes. Oh, God.
Sherry, they're being naughty. They're being
They
bad.
are. My spirits are very naughty. Pups to tell you that they can say some very naughty things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X-rated.
You're
X-rated.
beautiful. Well, you sucking up to me now. I think you should be sucking up to me because you know what Sherry's like. I know.
Oh shoot! This is not good.
Her ass, their asses. Who are you on about?
I don't know.
Oh goodness!
You and sister.
We better have to private
Is
this
that me and you are you
stream.
on about?
No.
now you're talking to,
You know it. Did you hear
now
that?
you're
Oh
talking
my
to
God.
Yes, you know it. You know it.
I heard it.
Just him.
Oh yeah,
Why
yeah,
are you
yeah,
useless?
yeah.
What do you mean you're useless? Nobody's useless. You've got pictures of me. I don't think you have got pictures of me.
Oh
Is
boy.
that who I think is?
Mhm.
Who did you actually contact here, Sherry? They are a might not mighty big naught, a bit naught. Oh yeah, my spirits have got very pervertic minds sometimes. I'm very
Mhm.
sorry to say this, but
Oh goodness.
like Sister Drew's getting it. Normally they're normally going on about my bum and my legs and stuff, and going she's hot and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
did just say that a minute ago, though. Drew and Sherry have got nice asses, so they are
Mhm. Mhm.
starting. Show it. That definitely ain't nothing. You ain't seeing nothing, mate.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. This is a fun panel.
Mhm.
You can't move your head round. What do you
Oh
mean?
boy.
Who's that? Stand up. No, I ain't standing up. Nope. Oh, damn it. Well, I'm sorry. I ain't standing up for you to start being more perverted. You can just behave yourself.
Oh gosh. They just told you to stand up. No.
What's your age, Spirit?
Oh.
Who's this male that's like trying to crack on us? How old are you?
Oh goodness.
Did he say 30?
Yeah, I thought I heard
I
30.
think you, same here. I did. I heard 30.
You are just Moorish. Did you just say we're Moorish? No, he needs a basketball. He needs more than a basketball, that's for sure. He needs a cold shower. I did. They told me off.
Oh.
Oh no! Now they're telling pups off because he put the picture up at the thing. They're just showing their pups as well.
Okay.
God, you're full of it today, spirits, aren't you? You're filth. Excuse me. You're the one with the filthy mouth here.
Exactly, spirits.
Hold on, let me change windows down.
Dobby, she's not here, sweetheart.
Sharon, I see somebody's playing, like your hair's moving in the background. Is that spirits around you messing with your hair?
Might be my granddad. There is somebody here. This side.
Yeah.
There's a ghost at the side of me, I know. There's 3 of them. Who's with me then? Can you tell me who's here?
Because that's like, I see like 3 orbs around your, like, going around your head, like the head.
Yeah, they've been in the tavern those.
Who's here with me? Did I just say granddad? Hello, Sherry. He's here. Yeah. You see him. I can't see him. He don't seem to let me see him. Why are you saying that for? Like, are you saying he's here?
Creek.
Did you, Granddad? Did you see the flower thing that I made you? I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And you talked. Are you saying about when I read you your letter?
Time's not that yet. 2:37.
Are you okay?
Huh?
Granddad, are you okay?
Okay, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta have a bite to eat and go to bed. So,
Aw.
Okay, Pops.
all right, love you.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Thanks for
Love and
coming,
hugs, everyone.
Danny.
Bye.
Bye.
Pops is saying bye,
Bye,
spirits.
Danny.
Bye, spirits.
Love you.
Have a good night, Danny.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Danny. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We love Sherry. I love you too.
Mm-hmm.
Your grandpa, I know. I can hear him like his language. You are beautiful. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to just see him? Oh, well, I think he'll just let me see him when he's ready, won't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll step forward when he's ready.
Do you know it's hard, spirits? It's very hard to. It's actually hard to hear him. He is here. I know he's there. I can hear him. He doesn't want me hurting, did you say? I know that he doesn't want me to hurt. It's just been very difficult, but I'm okay.
That's
He's on the
true.
other side, so
That
he's
is
with
true. It is
in a
very
good
hard.
place,
Yep.
yeah?
Mm.
He blesses you. Well, I bless him as well.
You okay, Michelle?
I love
Yeah,
you.
I'm
I love
fine.
you too. I love you too.
I'm okay too.
I'm just upset with him. Not so much her.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, she just messaged me on you know what, but I blocked it.
On your text?
Now, can I hear you calling me? I'm just in a bit of shock, that's all. I miss you. I miss you too.
Like,
I hear you. I hear you too, Grandad. I do. Miss you. You keep saying you
is
miss
that
me.
kid here?
Is she?
No, I'm just asking if the spirit, if she's here.
Mm.
It's my granddad speaking to me.
Aw.
Mm.
Is there anything you want to say to me, Grandad? Is there anything you want to say to give me? Yes. Go on.
I heard it too. I
I
heard
believe
that.
in you. Thank you. I know. Have to keep being strong. Okay.
Hmm.
I have to see you with us.
Hmm.
Keep moving on.
Definitely.
Listen to your heart. Did you say? I am there for you. Oh my God.
Oh, Sherry, you okay?
Mm.
I think she heard something from him.
Okay.
It's
Did you
okay,
say that
Sherry.
you're proud of me?
Mhm.
You're my baby. Oh my God. I'm here. I know. Keep telling me you miss me and stuff. Any words of advice, encouragement? treasure it. Do the flowers. You're special. Ben bless you. Thank you. You've always known that, Grandad. He's here, I know.
A virtual hug for Carrie.
I know.
I love your hair.
Uh-huh. I love your hair too.
Nice.
I never forget to say. Grandad, why didn't you wait for me to be able to see you? I wanted to be able to see you before you passed. Why didn't you wait? Hurting? I know you was hurting. I was so sick, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why you had to go and that, and I'm glad that I did get to see you. It was hard to see you, but I got to say what I wanted to say. Did you hear what I said to you? Did you hear the music I played you? I listened. Some of the spirits are saying things for him if he can't get through properly. I can hear it.
Thundering and lightning over here. Holy crap.
Same here.
I know
It
that
was
you're,
over here earlier.
and I know that you're not going to leave me, Grandad. I know that you're here. I know that. It's really difficult to be without you.
Can't close his windows in Danny's room. They're too hard.
He'll probably do it when he gets in the house, when he comes home.
Have to keep strong, did you say? Is Auntie Hilda with you?
I feel there is 3
Auntie
people
Hilda, are you
here.
there?
Granddad and a woman
I see you.
and one more man. Another. Oh, okay.
I'm listening, darling. She's with you. Have you been watching me? At the back door? You are my sharing. Did you hear that? You are my sharing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I miss you. That's my
Yeah, I heard it crystal clear.
I can feel you. What do you mean?
Yep.
You can feel me, Grandad. Are you saying you can feel me? You feel my numbness. It is numb. I am
He's
numb.
hugging you.
I am.
That's what I think he said. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to give you a hug.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to quite live without you.
Hmm.
Don't say that. Well, I am saying that because it's the truth. I will watch you. He's your family. I know. I know. It's your family. I know. There's quite a few of you up there.
Yeah.
Are you going to help me to feel better? Are you going to help me to get stronger so that I can keep being who I've got to be, Grandad? I'm still here. I know. This Grandad loves you.
You're right, Drew. That's yep.
You asked. I know I asked. I see the rose. What, you see the rose that I put in the coffin with you? What else did I put in there with you? Butterfly. I did put a butterfly in there as well, yeah. And the letter. Yeah, I
Oh,
put a letter.
gosh.
Can you say what colours your flowers were? Yellow, yeah. Purple, yeah. White, yeah. And what was the other colour? There's one more colour. Leaves, yeah, there was
Really?
leaves. We love Sherry.
Yeah, I heard.
But
That's what I heard as well.
there was white, yellow, and purple, but there was also lilac. There was light purple, wasn't there? Lilac.
So maybe he just put both together.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to make out to think to say or the. That's what I was trying to say. I was going with violet, but because that's kind of purplish.
No, but he
There's the
said
letter.
purple, so he put those two together.
The letter was
Yeah.
like the letter I wrote to him poured my heart out, telling him how much I admired him, how much I respected, how much he was there, and I'm gonna miss him, and I'm not gonna be able to go on without him. He said loads of things, really meaningful stuff, but it was mine. It is yours. It was only for you, Grandad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's hard, isn't it? You're up on panel. Yes, I am on panel. I'm on panel with Michelle and P.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
say hello?
Yeah.
Grandad, can you say hello to them? Can you say hello to the chat? How are you? Did you hear that?
Hello, spirits. How you? Yeah.
Mhm.
Call him Philip. That's my granddad's name, Philip.
Mhm.
Hello, Philip. How are you doing?
You're very good at understanding the spirit box and that. You're quite forward, Grandad. You are the service. What do you mean? I'm the service. So you're saying that I help you come through? Well, you would know that, wouldn't you? So there you go. That's his voice. That's it, because he's Grenadian. Like he's speaking in his English accent, but every now and again you'll hear him come through in his Grenadian voice.
Yeah. I heard him.
I love you too, Grandad. What's that all about? Are you getting tired, Grandad? Do you need to go and rest? Do you need to? Do you need to rest, Grandad? I don't want you to overburn yourself. No. Okay.
Aw, aw.
Oh, that was sweet.
I've missed you speaking. Okay. I get that. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't tell me off. You definitely ain't changed, have you?
Mhm.
Oh, shoot.
Because he loves you. I know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like this world. Are you saying that heaven's beautiful? It's natural. And he blesses me. Thank you. I bless all of you as well.
Aw.
Mhm.
Stay with him. I am staying with him. I'm not going to be going anywhere. I'm just going to make sure I do the flowers and keep doing the paranormal, doing all the things I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're special. I know I'm special.
Mhm.
You've always told me that. I'm telling you again. I know.
Aw.
Alison, you talking about my friend Alison? She sent me some beautiful. She sent me the wing to represent your granddad and the little wing to
Mhm.
represent you and Auntie. We've all got back, Bennett. Please don't tell my granddad to move back. He's trying to talk to me. Have respect, spirits. I always make the time for you. You guys can talk, but let him talk as well. I see you. How do you see me? He's there. It's exciting. It is exciting to the young lady that's just said that. It is.
Oh,
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to hear his voice, but
oh,
I agree. He all miss it. They all miss you.
What's
I know.
wrong?
no, it rained so bad out. Of thunder.
Oh.
Sounds like it was gonna hit the house.
Is there anything else that the other spirits would like to say? I think my granddad's a little bit tired. He's gone a bit quiet. I'm here, Sherry. I can hear you, but every now and again you cut out. I think you're getting a bit tired. Now that you know that you can do this, you can talk to me at any time, Grandad. You don't have to stay around. Who's the Scottish
Nope.
spirit we just
Mm.
heard? Who's the Scottish spirit that we've just heard? Is that related to anybody?
No.
Did I just say Drew?
I thought it did. I don't know. I just said Drew.
Drew.
Okay.
From now
I
on.
think I did.
I'm
I
from
think I
now
heard
on.
Drew, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not physically sure if they said Drew.
Mm.
That sounded Scottish.
Mhm.
You see her. Who's the male voice that's speaking in a weird accent? Did I just say son-in-law?
That's what I think I just heard. Son-in-law.
That sounded like son-in-law, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I can hear your accent. I don't quite understand what you're saying, sir. Sorry. Drew might be able to pick up on what you mean. Drew knows what she's doing. Yeah. Drew. Is it Billy? Are you trying to reach out, Billy, to your son Zach? He's my boy.
Oh, it was
Did you just say
Christina.
he's my boy? Can you see Zach, Billy? Did that say he's so grown?
Yeah, it did say that. He's so
He's
grown.
grown.
It said that. Yeah.
Are you proud of your son? I love him.
Yep.
You know that he's in Liam's room. Are you watching him? Yes. Do you look after them all? Going upstairs? Are you saying you're going up the stairs to him? That's it. Can you hear anything, Drew? He's going up there now. Liam? Are you saying you can see Liam?
This is awesome. This is awesome footage that we're
Are you saying
using.
that you're lost without your family? Are you lost without your son and your partner and your family? Are you lost, Billy? I miss him. You're on the other side, aren't you? But you saying you're missing him. She was true. She was the one. I still feel. I can see him. Can you hear that? Thank you. Are you saying thank you to me? Why are you saying thank you to me? That's what I'm here to do, to try and help you to speak. You're very welcome. Are you with your boy at the minute? He's with my lad. Did you hear that? He's with my lad.
Yeah.
I believe in him still. The door's wide open. It's been a long while.
Yeah.
Do you play with some of the devices that Drew has? Do you play with the balls and stuff, Billy? Shh. Are you telling me to be quiet? You don't want me to let off your secret?
Oh.
Your mother-in-law, Drew, turned around and said that Billy, you'll always have a place in my home and heart. I'll never let Zach forget you. Do you know that? He knows that. Yeah. Thank you.
True. Mm.
I love you. Did you hear that? I love you.
Mhm.
Oh. I'm so happy that you came through, Billy, and I'm so
Aw.
happy that you felt that you could talk to me through this way, so that you could speak to Drew, and that
Very much.
it means a lot. It does mean a lot, and I'm very, very grateful to you as well, spirits, for allowing me to hear my granddad as well and be able to speak to my granddad as well. That I'm still blown away, and I know that I'm struggling at the minute, but I will get there. I promise. And thank you again, Billy. Like it's amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Drew or to your son? Tell them I miss them. I think they know that you miss them, but yeah. Your mother-in-law said she's crying because she's happy that you've communicated with her.
Oh, Drew.
I'll be hugging her.
Virtual hug for Drew. Don't cry, Drew.
He misses them so much. I know, and they miss you as
Yeah.
well, Billy. They do. They miss you unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
I realise that. I will love always.
You're welcome, Drew.
You're very welcome, sis. Right, what I'm going to do, spirits, is I'm going to turn this off because I think maybe it's getting a little bit much for people. I know that it's getting a bit much for me, and I've really, really loved speaking to you guys. I've really loved speaking to my my granddad and the little conversation I had with my auntie. I've really, really been happy about speaking to Billy, for Drew, and for Zach, and for the family, and that, and speaking to you guys, and your advice that you gave to P and to Misha and to everybody else, and all your funny moments. We've loved you very much, and it's been really good. And we love you very, very much, and we will see you all, and we'll sending you lots of love like that, spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to let you go and rest now. So I ask you to go back to the light, and to go back where you belong, and to be in the power of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to be in the powers of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. And we thank you for being here. And I'm now close to
Exactly.
the circle of communication until we see you again. And again, thank you, spirits. We send you many blessings and love from all of the chat. And we'll talk to you all very soon. And good night. And this session is now closed. Would you like to say goodbye, spirits? We say goodbye to you.
Goodbye,
Bye,
spirits.
wherever
Thank
you
you
are.
for coming.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
We're in love with you. I know. We love you. We'll talk to you
Uh-huh.
later. We see you later. We love you all. Wow.
That was
That
Our
was
Father,
beautiful.
beautiful.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. For thy is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful.
Wow. That was a hell of a session. Hello, brother Simos. How are you? That was not expected, having all of that all that funny
Yeah.
business and all of that naughtiness, and then suddenly it went serious. I
Yeah.
think they
Yeah.
were preparing us because they knew that something was going to happen. I think,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know it was absolutely amazing, sis.
Oh boy. Yes, it was.
It's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am shocked. I'm shocked that Billy come through, and I'm really shocked that my granddad come through. But I kind of guessed that my granddad would at some point because of how close we were and that. But I just didn't expect it to be that quickly. And he's so good at using the spirit box and whatever, which is really
Mhm.
shocking. But he's had all those years of knowing what I do and stuff, so I guess he's kind of understood it, sort of thing.
Right.
So it's not been so hard for him to do it. But
Yeah.
I could hear him going in and out. So he was obviously losing energy at times, then coming back in and stuff like that. But
Yeah. Yeah, he
You
was
never,
kind of going in and out.
you never will believe who the heck is
so am I,
texting
sis. I'm so
me.
glad that my granddad come through, and I'm so glad that Billy come through for you and Zach. That was
Yeah.
out of this world. And class A responses from both of them, like, and even some of the spirits at
Mhm.
times when they weren't able to talk or get their voiceover, they were saying what they were saying for them, so that we could hear what they were saying. And that, like a couple of times, the woman come through saying what they were saying because they weren't getting quite heard. That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I, I I had a little bit of a tearful time. I tried to keep it together. I didn't want to be blabbing too much online and things like that, but I did have a few tears. That was
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
yeah.
oh, Sherry.
Like
Mm-hmm.
now that I know that like that they're gonna come through and that, like I put the sweets and stuff out, but I do like to normally like put the juice drinks out, and I like to put a bit of like a
Yeah.
sandwich or something like a cake, a bit of cake or something, a bit more energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that.
Right.
They
Yeah.
had some sweets and stuff, which I think helped, but normally I like to put a lot more out, but I weren't really
But
planning on having a
In the
full blown
mood.
Mhm.
conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But they done
I
absolutely
think the
amazing.
kid came through a little bit too, Michelle. Mhm.
She?
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
All
no,
of a
that's
sudden, my
fine.
room got really cold.
Because I need her. I need
That's
her.
because they're
Yeah.
around us. Our family are around us. I
Yeah.
think this session helped them to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I heard you get called a couple of times by like a male voice.
So, Blanca?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably
and I
my
heard
uncle.
I heard the male
Mm.
voice say, "I love you."
Aw.
Oh.
Don't cry. You don't know who it is
Don't
yet.
cry, darling. It's a good thing. It's them letting
Mm.
you know that they're okay and that they're there. I know
You know
it's
what? I know
hard.
who it is. I
Oh,
know who it is.
who?
It's my brother, my dad's brother.
Your uncle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
watching you.
Mm-hmm.
They never leave you, sweetheart. And there was a female voice that was speaking about Michelle turning her phone off. I reckon that was her aunt.
Yeah, well, she always tried to play mom with me.
She was like, Michelle, turn the phone off. Put the phone down.
No way.
It probably was that Kate coming
Yeah.
through.
So at Danny's house, his mom made dinner, and it was like she was trying to get me
Oh,
to
there
get
was
the dinner.
loads of this, but there was just no way you was going to be able to keep up with everything they were saying. They were saying so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh
Definitely
my
going to have
god.
to go back over the show with the earphones so we can hear everything that they were saying.
that's why I had my headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And now you can see why I love the spirit world so much. They're out of this world. I'm telling
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's been quite a good night, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
You've had a bit of advice. We've gave you advice. We spoke. We've had a laugh. We had the spirits being dirty and naughty. Then it went serious.
Mhm.
Oh, it was definitely overdue. That by far was definitely overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's going to give me that little kick up the arse now to try and do a little bit more.
Yeah.
The portal, it's an app that I've had before, and when I lost my phone, I was really peed off. So I'd see if I could find it again. So I've got the portal one there. I've got a ghost app one as well, where you
Mhm.
can actually see where they're standing. It comes
Mhm.
up with a dot, and then you can ask them certain questions and stuff, and it comes up with their date of birth, like
Wow.
the like end year one, so like 1970 or whatever, and it comes up with names.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
So I might use that one next time.
Oh, okay. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's really amazing, though, sis. Like, I can't believe that Billy come through. I was like shocked because I heard it. I heard him say Drew,
Mhm.
and then I was like, who is this? And I go, who's Drew to you? And he goes, mother-in-law. I was
Mhm.
like, oh my god.
That's fun.
It's
Yeah.
like Ghost Tube. I might have
I
to have a
have.
look on that one then. Because I
Oh
don't like
wow.
really noise. I don't like really noisy apps. I like the ones that have got no interference in them, so you can hear them clear.
Mhm.
No static either. Mm.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I'm on about. Like no interference or anything.
Mhm. Which one do you use?
I've got the portal.
Squirtle?
Yeah,
Is it an app that
it's
you
a
can
really
get
good.
on your
It's a
phone or
really good app. Yeah, it's
really?
this one. Yeah,
Which one?
Mhm.
Oh wow. That's a portal?
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, wow.
An SLS one. Like I said, I'm starting to warm to the SLS cameras, but I'm not. I'm not really somebody that likes to use them very much. So
Right.
Mhm. Sherry, I'm sorry for leaving the panel. I'm still hurt, but I want to apologize.
It's okay. It's just that, don't leave without maybe just try talking it out and seeing what,
Yeah.
instead of just pushing yourself off.
the thing is, it's
Right?
very important to always know that when your loved ones pass away, it's really important that they are at peace. Okay,
Yeah.
like they know that there's a way to come back and to be around us and that, and they are around us. And when you have experiences like this where they actually come and speak to you and they let you know that they're okay and they let you know how they're feeling and things like that, it's an amazing thing to do. And I've done this for many people when I've been live. I've had many different apps I've used, and I've had people come in asking for certain people to be communicated, and they've got them. Sister Michelle wanted her auntie a few times to come through, and a couple of other people, and they came through for her. And
Mm,
you know,
mm,
I've
Mhm.
done other people as well.
mhm.
That was funny when the spirit came through to tell Michelle to get off the phone. That was funny.
Get off the phone.
Yeah.
They were
No,
dirty.
I
They were
don't
That
being
know.
was
really dirty at
funny.
the beginning. Going on about minding Sister Drew's bum and that. I was like, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They're amazing though. They are funny. They've got characters, believe me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was all worth it because I just, like I said, I
Yeah.
think that they were just preparing us because they knew that they were going to come through. So they were just doing something funny
Mhm.
to put us in a good mood, so that
Mhm.
when that happened, it wasn't such a shock. But it's still a shock. But
Mhm.
I think I
Yeah.
could put a little bit more into. I think because they were having a joke with me at the beginning,
That
and
was
because I was a bit
hilarious. You're right,
peculiar about
Drew.
it, I think it did help.
Mhm.
That was hilarious. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I do think
Yes.
that they were generally just trying to make us laugh and get us in a positive mind because they knew that something was going to happen. Spirits, when they're all together, they know. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that was amazing.
It was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that was half the reason I done it because all today I just got this because I said that I was going to go live and that, but today really badly they were all on at me like you definitely need to go live,
Fork and knife. You want a fork and knife?
putting certain ideas and certain things into my head for me to do for the show. And one of them was the spirit box, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to do the spirit box or anything, and
Mhm.
so it made me do it, and I'm so glad that I did. Definitely,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
definitely know that they knew. They probably spoke to the other spirits saying that they want to talk to us and that.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
they kept
darn.
asking. They kept asking for Dobbies. They kept asking for her, and I said she's not here. It's Sister Drew's here, but not
Yeah.
Dobbies.
Mhm. It's great.
I think there was somebody trying to contact her as
Yep.
well, but
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I don't want you hearing fighting. Hold on.
I bet I'm going to do that again. Give it a couple of days because I need to get my head back together and that. But I might do it again to see who else comes through. Like other people in the chat might have a loved one come through because obviously they're trying to reach out for some reason at the minute.
Mhm.
I'd have stayed on longer to them, but that was a bit overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Fine.
And I didn't want to go too far with it because, like I said, my head's still not quiet
Mhm.
in that place yet. Like
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Mhm.
I know when enough's enough. And I was getting to
Mhm.
that point, like I could feel myself welling up and I could feel myself starting to shake. And I was like, yeah, no,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I need to stop. They did, yeah.
Yeah.
And spirits do, they do. Like when they're in the spirit realm together and things like that, they know they talk to each other. They know that each other want to talk and that, like if they've got certain loved ones that they want to get in communication with. So when it happens, they kind of do. Like that's what, like I said, I think that they were like preparing us and being silly and acting silly to like get us in a good mood, make us laugh, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's when they done it. They decided that it was time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, no. Julie's most definitely a beacon. Definitely, she's like me. I most definitely attract a lot of spirit and energy, and like her Pacha brother was saying, he could see somebody standing near me, and that.
Yeah, the orb. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They
The
most
same goes
definitely
for
do.
you, Michelle. Like
What? What?
And I've been really bad. I've been
your
like
kids
really,
there,
really
right?
emotional, crying all the time. Been struggling really
Mhm.
bad with the loss of my granddad. So I know that they were definitely trying to get me prepared. Like,
Yeah. The same
definitely.
goes for you, Michelle. Like and Kate's there with you right now.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
told sis that a few times that she's there with her.
Mhm. Really? You know
She
it?
never ever leaves you.
Mhm.
Yes.
They did
That's why I
prepare
was
us for
like,
the relationship
because
part, and I
all
think
this
it's good that they done that.
I
in
wish
my
she was
room got
here.
like ice cold.
I wish she was here. It's
She
sad.
is there.
Yeah.
She's always
No,
there.
you know what I mean, sis. I mean, I need her
Like
like
in
in
real life. You
body.
know, I know that because I feel the same about my granddad. Even though it's
Mm,
the most amazing thing to be able to hear them, and that
yeah,
everybody that's lost someone wants them back. They would rather have them in person. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
sadly, that can't happen. You know, their time here was at an end, and now we have to be
Yeah.
thankful and happy that we still get to talk to them this way.
right.
You know, we could
Definitely.
quite easily have no more communication with them and hear nothing or feel anything from them ever again, but we don't. We still have that opportunity to be able to talk to them and
Mm,
be around them. So
mm.
Yeah.
exactly, you're not even necessarily having to think. Sometimes they're just there. It's just that connection, that love between you
You know
and
what she would do to these bullies? She would get online. I know her. She would get online and start telling them off. That was Aunt
Yep. She
Pete.
sure will.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until we meet again in the homeland. Exactly, sis. Yeah, and we will.
Mhm,
We'll all meet up with our loved ones in the homeland again one
Definitely.
day.
mhm.
Definitely.
I would give everything to have my dad back.
I
At the
do
moment, I have one of my best friends dying.
it.
I'm so sorry, sis, that that's happening to you, Christine. It's the most horriblest thing
Oh,
to be
sorry
going through.
about
That
that,
Mhm,
I've lost my granddad recently, and I've got my other granddad that's dying,
Christine.
and he's on his deathbed, and he's been sent home, and we're waiting for him to die as well. So I'm losing two granddad in the matter of a couple of months.
oh man.
So I know how hard it is to be losing someone that you love and you care about. And my thoughts and my prayers are with you, sis.
Mhm,
And your dad
Mhm.
is there, even though you may not feel him all the time. Stuff is there.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yep. Exactly, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of our show today. That we're all in difficult, hard, and struggling times, and it can be really overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it's really good to have each other and help
mhm,
each other to lift up. And we have an understanding for each other. We know that sometimes we need space and we need a break and things like that. But at the same time, we come together at times like this, and we have these shows and things like that.
mhm.
We are there for each other. It's just we've all got a bit of a struggle in life going on at the minute, and
Yes.
we need to be dealing with it in our own way. And for some of us, it takes a bit longer. For me, for instance, it's taken me a while, but
Mhm,
I am getting there slowly,
mhm,
like I said, but it is going to take time.
Yeah.
So sorry, Christine. Losing a friend is so different from a family member. I've lost so many. My first was my two childhood best friends within 2 years that killed
Aw.
me. That killed me. Yeah, I know what it's like to lose a best friend as well. I lost my best friend from very young. I was 14 years old and he was 16. He died from
Mhm.
meningitis. So I know, and I've lost other friends as well. And like I've said, any death is painful, whether it's family, friend, whatever. Just
mhm,
some of them affect you in a bit of a different way, don't they?
mhm,
But no, no death's easy to deal with, especially if you're close to the person and that. And
mhm.
some of your best friends are like your sisters and your brothers, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're like family. You know what I mean? So it can be just as hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is hard. It is. And like my friend's been like Tony has been gone for years and years now, and I still miss him even to this day. And I still wish that he's there and the conversations and things we used to have and stuff like that. Like I've seen him in spirit form, I felt him around and things like that, but it's not quite the same. It's not the same as seeing them
No.
physically. You know what I mean? But they are still there, and that's what you have to hold on to. Oh no.
Yep.
She has battled 4 types of cancer and now it's in her bones. Her back has broken and in a lot of pain, so it's really hard to watch. So she is on morphine now, so it won't be long and
Aw.
helping. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so
Sorry,
sorry.
Christine. Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry that that's happened, sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we do, Sister Drew. We do. We do go through these things to learn and to grow. We do, and to make progress and stuff. It's very true. And I don't
Exactly.
think it matters what
Yeah.
sort of
True.
person you are, whether you're a normal person, a spiritual person, or anything. Nobody's ever quite aware of how to deal with death. It's something that affects everybody. So it's sad to see that. And I will be praying for Christine, sis, and praying for you to help you to stay strong on that. I know it must be very difficult to watch that. And my heart goes out to
Mhm.
you, to her, and to her family, and that as well. We all do. We all send our love to you.
Yeah.
And to anyone else that's going through this as
Definitely.
well. Anyone that's like going through losing someone or has lost someone, our thoughts and love are with all of you. It don't matter whether it's new or it's old. We get that loss is a difficult thing to
Yeah.
swallow. But let's all pray that she gets a pain-free passing, sweetheart. But know if she doesn't, that she won't be in pain after. She won't be in pain after. She'll have
Mhm.
no more worry or anything to have to worry about. But hopefully she goes peacefully.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what family do. Family are always here for each other, and that no matter how hard it gets.
Yep.
And that sounds really good,
That's
Sister
true.
Drew. That sounds like a really good show. It'd be really interesting to hear your story and things like that. I think it'd be good for other people as well. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other people that have got things to talk about and say in that. Exactly. Same as me, Christine, sis. Just message us. Like I said, I know that like we're in a difficult spot, but just a little text message to each other and things like that. That it doesn't hurt. I mean, we may not be quite up to doing video calling or doing anything like that, but we can still text message each other
Mhm.
and things like that. Always going to be there.
Yeah.
It is, and it's even harder when you know that they're actually going to go. Like for
Oh
me,
yeah.
like it was a big shock with my granddad. Like even though I knew he was going to die at the beginning, he weren't dying. He was okay. Like they were just going to have to do an operation and things on him. So we kind of weren't prepared straight away for it. And then we got the news that he weren't going to get better and that there wasn't a lot that they could do with it. The operation would have been too dangerous for him because he was too weak. Obviously, then we come to learn that it spread and that he weren't going to get better. And we didn't really have enough time to process that. because from the time that it like we'd been informed and that it was not even a couple of weeks, and he was gone. It, you know, it's not easy at all. Even when you do know, it's not easy.
No.
Definitely not. Mm-mm.
Well, with my Aunt Kate, it was out of nowhere. She had a massive heart attack and just died. She was only 57.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's around the corner. You never know where it is. And that's why I always say to people that you do have to make the most of your life. Because you
Yeah.
don't know when your time's up,
Mhm.
and you don't know when
Definitely not.
whatever's going to happen to
Don't
you. You know
know
what I
when
mean?
it's
And
gonna happen.
the world is so unpredictable at the moment, and there's so much of that about that I'm seeing that it does make you think, and it makes you want to do things a lot more because you just don't know, do you? You don't know what's going to happen.
No.
Nope.
When my dad was diagnosed, they gave us 3 days, but we looked after him and got 3 fantastic weeks. Well, that's brilliant that you got that and stuff, sis. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, even people that are turning their lives around and that, they can still come unstuck from it. You know what I mean? Like, life is
Mhm.
difficult and sometimes very unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's so cool, but full of blessings. Like that, sis. I'm glad. Exactly. Life can be cruel, but life has got many blessings and many gifts that it can give us as well. You know what I mean? And like you're saying today, having those moments with our loved ones on that video session, it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, no, I get that completely, sister. I do. See, that's what it was like with my granddad. Because obviously, after I got told that he was dying, I was doing everything like getting my health back in trying to sort my health out, getting myself on my medication so that I could get over to see him before he went. But I didn't make it, sadly. So I ended up going and seeing him in the chapel arrest, and that kind of messed my head up because I'd never been to a chapel arrest before or seen somebody laying there in that way before. So it didn't do my head very good, and it was very disturbing to see, but at the same time, it wasn't. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, let me get these
Well,
tears away from my
it's
eyes.
good that you got that time with him, Christine, and that it is good. I didn't quite get the time that I wanted with my granddad, but I got the like before he got buried and that. So
Hmm.
Well, I want to be cremated with my cat's
I used to
ashes.
look I used to look after old people and people with disabilities and stuff. So I did deal a lot with like very sick patients and stuff like that. But I was a lot younger back then, and it didn't really affect me as badly as it does now. I
Mhm.
think over time, the more I've done and the more experiences I've had and things like that, it's just a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a small blessing. It is. It is. But what I might do, guys, is we've been on here for 3 hours and 39 minutes. So I
Oh wow.
think I might cut off the stream because it's getting quite late here. It's like 1:34 in the morning. I want to like chill myself down and come down a little bit because it's been a long evening. But I very much appreciate the people that have come
Yeah.
up on my panel, my brothers and sisters and my pups. And to all of my brothers and sisters and my angels in the room as well, I do appreciate you all. And a thank you to all the spirits and stuff that come and communicated and our families as well. I very much
Exactly.
appreciate you all. I will be back
Yes.
again in a couple of days. Like I said, I'll probably do another session. And I am trying to plan on doing at one point, maybe doing a show where I'm going to do some music and try to
Well, that'd be good.
do an uplifting stream for
Yeah.
you guys, do some music and singing and whatever, and make something a bit exciting. But we definitely will do this.
Yeah.
Most definitely, we'll talk to them again as well, and I'll see you
Thank
all
you,
very
Shay.
soon. Thank you, sister Michelle and brother
Oh,
Jeff,
no
for
problem,
coming up
sis.
and spending the evening with me. Please take
No
on my
problem.
advice and the advice that Pups
Oh, no worries.
gave you. Don't let anyone get you down. Just keep being strong.
Yeah.
Ignore them. And just know that I love you both. And thank you for joining
Yeah.
me up here. Thank you to all of the people in the room as well. Lots of love, light, and blessings. And I
Love
will
you,
see you all
sis.
soon. I'm going to play the video out and everything. So
Mm.
we will see you all again very, very soon, guys.
Mhm.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sis.
Love, light, and blessings.
You too. God bless. Bye now.
Hello, and welcome to Paranormal World Investigators Research Division, shortened PWIRD. I'm a practicing white witch and shaman, and I have been investigating for over 20 years. This channel is made to talk about all things paranormal, supernatural, of the occult, demonic information, UFOs, and much more of the strange and the unknown. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell to see more of this channel. And we will see you very soon. Thank you.